Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Otis, of these new guys that they're bringing in, and you just went through, I mean, there's a lot of them.
Right.
Percentage-wise, how many of them are they looking at saying, we've got to have this guy play and play well right now? I mean, we need him to come in here. If he's a bust, we've not done our job right here.
Chuck, I know you and Bo well, and I knew you'd probably ask that. And so I wrote down 10 players that I think there's probably more.
There.
There's 10 players I wrote down with knowing that one of you two would ask that question. I wrote down Chris Marshall at wide receiver, Lakai Rowe. Well, let me do this, Puppy. Chris Marshall at wide receiver, Bryant Williams and Terrence Roberson at offensive tackle, Malachi Breland from Memphis at offensive guard, Carter Stoutmire and Christian Harrison at safety, Xavier Sims, a defensive tackle from Oregon, and I think I said Chris Marshall, but Lakai Rowland and Jaheim Johnson at corners, and Kamari House at linebacker. Those, to me, that's 10 kids, guys, if I didn't leave somebody out, but that's 10 kids I wrote down, because I knew you'd probably have to, and that's legit. Those are legit 10 guys that they really need to step up there and start. Now, there'll probably be some others, but even if there's not, if you get 10 starters right there, and those are some important positions. You got 3 offensive linemen, 2 corners, 2 safeties, a linebacker, wide receiver. So, I mean, we're talking pretty important positions,
I know the linebacker from North Carolina had a lot of production. That's a thing that Cignetti, and I don't want to get into this cliche of everybody's got to do it like Cignetti now.
Right.
But I do love the idea and the philosophy that you go get guys that have produced somewhere else.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
You look great.
Yeah, really?
Well, I mean, you've been to Miami for a few days. I mean, if you don't look good after a couple of days in Miami, it's not going to happen.
I aged 5 years, and I didn't.
That's where you find your youth at a place like that.
You know where I ate in Miami?
It's generally down a dark street late at night. That's where you'll find it.
I've had those trips too. This was not one of those trips.
I found my youth down that long street one night, right there at the end. There it was.
Lucky to be alive.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
So I ventured out yesterday to get some supplies for the coming storm. Oh, the humanity.
Oh, my.
I thought Christmas shopping brought out the worst in people. But make no mistake about it. The promise of, 55 feet of snow yesterday afternoon, let me tell you, it was every human being for himself. I've never been a part of anything like that yesterday. It's like, what's happened to us? And I did. I had 2 stops to make. Now, part of this was my fault. I let part of the day linger, before I went out. But after the first stop, I retreated. I went home. And If we get snowed in, I'm good till about Sunday. After that, I'm going to have to venture back out unless I make a stop on the way home after the show today.
Gosh.
But it was, oh my God, what's wrong with people?
Total exposure.
What's wrong with people?
Well, it puts it's like when Twitter came out. I said this is a platform for moron exposure. Like, people thought they had something brilliant to say, and they would say it to the whole world, and most people were looking at it going, that's nuts. This is nuts. This is like, you might as well have a sign. You might as well have a sign on your head that says, I can be fooled by anything. I can believe anything.
On the north end of College Avenue, there needs to be a police officer on every block with guns drawn. Let me just say it right now. We got to put a stop to this stuff, man. Every single block.
Trump called the National Guard.
Yeah.
There's a what do they call it? A state of emergency or whatever.
I'm just telling you.
A federal.
Anyone that was on
emergency.
North College yesterday afternoon knows
Crisis.
exactly what I'm talking about, and they know I'm not embellishing.
I heard from people all over the state yesterday, just different phone calls. Hey, man, what are you doing? Well, I just got out of Horace.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
I just got out of Walmart and all over the state.
Yes.
And it said exactly what you
Yes.
just said.
Yes.
Minus the guns drawn.
Yeah,
And,
well, you know.
You have a solution.
I thought of violence. I mean, not everyone does that, but I admit I did.
I think today it's going to go to another level.
Oh, it's going to be
I'm
off the
using
charts.
delivery today.
Two loaves of bread per person. Like they're going to be rationing it out.
It's
Are we a bunch of idiots or
yes,
what?
we are.
Yes.
Yes, we are. Yes, and nobody
Without
can drive,
question.
and nobody knows how to drive.
Well, and it just feeds on itself, right? So Bart's having a conversation with one of his friends, and they tell him, "Oh, I went to the store and I got 16 frozen pizzas." you got what if the power doesn't work? Well, I got stuff I can make with hot water. Well, what if the water goes out? Well, so somebody does something, and then everyone else does it, and then you go to the store and you look, and you've got a little basket, and somebody's got 2 shopping carts, and they're pushing them down the aisle, one in each hand.
Well, I can deal
What
with
is wrong
some of
with you
that.
people?
Well, I can look.
What is
look,
wrong with you?
Look,
Yeah,
I can deal with anything once we get to the store. Honestly, it's the traffic. It's the people that drive. That's the.
Well, it's their last time on the roads.
Well,
Ever. I was told at a particular Walmart in town yesterday,
yeah.
one of the bigger ones, every single register was open. Every single one of them.
Yeah. See, I'm not.
Every self-checkout, everyone, all of them.
I'm not going to deal with that. I'm just going to use delivery.
Have you tried?
What do you mean?
Have you gone on and made your order?
It's not.
No,
it's not going to be as simple
yet.
as you think.
It is going to. Well, I'm looking right now, and it sure looks like.
Get to the cart. Get to the cart. Pay for it, and tell me how many substitute items you have and how they arrive here in the middle of next week.
No, I mean, like you can.
They're out.
Placing the order's not even. I mean, you're just getting there.
You can reserve a time for this afternoon.
Oh, it's just.
Will you order me some things?
Sure, if you need some things.
Yeah. We got to and bring them into the office tomorrow because that's the last time I'm ever going to see you.
Yeah.
I'll not be able to get to you. You will not be able to get to me.
15 years and it's done.
Dan Scoff coming up.
I was going to say, are we going to talk to Dan Scoff
Oh,
today?
yeah.
I mean, it's getting serious. I mean, it really is. I
mean, what is actually getting
just the
serious?
whole weather deal,
Yeah,
just life as we know it.
Is it serious or is it seriously whacked?
I don't know. I don't
going
know.
on?
I don't know. There are all these computer models out there. And now we've got, kind of like with sports, one of the things that's happened in sports is everybody that knows how to turn on a computer thinks they're a sports reporter now. And they got shows and websites and all this stuff. And weather's the same thing. There's people everywhere. Oh, the models show 15 feet of snow in Hot Springs. It's like, are you kidding me? I've lived here all my life. It's never snowed that much in Hot Springs. If it does. It'll be the first time.
The
out.
same people will be driving all over town taking pictures and videos of the snow. The same people that are like, we're not going to be able to get out. We've got to go to Walmart and we got to get all these things.
I know.
They'll be out that day driving around, and they'll be in a 2-wheel rear wheel drive, not a front wheel drive.
Yeah.
It'll be a 2-wheel rear wheel drive, and they'll be stranded in their vehicle. They'll be spinning all over the place. And then there'll be other people who will just, they'll drive slowly out into the snow and, they'll go get whatever. And they'll take pictures while they're out.
forever.
And how much food will be wasted?
There's going to be a lot of food waste.
Probably
There's
a significant
no question.
amount, yeah.
I mean, people bought things yesterday to eat this weekend that they've not eaten in years. Let's just be truthful about it.
Absolutely.
I mean,
and they're not going to eat it this weekend.
Yeah, you're not going to eat it this
right.
weekend. At some point in the next month, you're going to toss it in the trash, take it out there, they're going to haul it off.
That's absolutely right.
Well, that bacon looks good. I think I'm going to fix a big breakfast on that snowy Saturday morning. Yeah,
I'm going to make the BLT of my life.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome, and then it just sits there.
So just for the record, real quick, we will not be doing a show for the next 2 weeks.
Okay. All right.
Starting tomorrow.
All right.
No matter what, we've got a plan, and no matter what happens, we can't deviate from the plan. Okay. It'll screw everything up if we do.
Right,
so,
right. It could not snow at all, but we got to stick to the plan.
We got to stick to because you just never know.
Right, that's right.
Good. All right. So just real quick, just so
Sorry.
we have a moment of reality.
Yeah.
What are we expecting? 68 feet?
No, not quite. I think here in Northwest Arkansas, according to the National Weather Service, you're looking at anywhere between 8 and 12 inches.
That's a lot of snow.
That's a lot of snow.
Locally higher amounts. It's a significant amount of snow and will cause major issues.
Well, let me say this too. We've got the vast majority of people listening to us right now are going to be dealing with more ice than snow.
That's a way bigger deal.
And that's a way bigger deal. And that's where the power outages come from, and that's where it really
that's right.
gets serious. We were talking about Hot Springs and that area down south of Fort Smith. I've been through all this, and you guys have too. I mean, ice is horrible. And if we get 8 inches of snow in Northwest Arkansas, man, I'll look out the window all day long and say, this is beautiful.
Have you taken your tree down yet? You sit there, have a cup of coffee, and just run it back. Play some Christmas music. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Well, that's a possibility. But what I'm saying is that the snow will be really pretty, but the ice won't be quite so pretty.
Yeah. He'll be like, man, feel bad for all those sleighs on ice today.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
I was thinking about this a month ago.
That is where the danger comes in. I noticed they've already treated the roads on the way in this morning.
Really?
Yeah. They were treating the roads at least between my house and here. They were all treated, and some of it was fresh, like fresh paint.
Yeah.
And yet today it may approach 60 degrees in some spots of Arkansas.
Really?
So it's going to be 55 in Northwest Arkansas.
We could play golf today.
It's possible.
It might be the last day ever to play golf.
Maybe in the history of mankind.
I mean, seriously, Bart? Really, can we talk about snow for a minute? I mean, we know the dangers of ice. What is a 12-inch snow really going to do to us?
Well, it's going to make getting around town pretty difficult.
Like if you have a 4-wheel drive.
Shoot.
Yeah, I still wouldn't advise it.
You wouldn't advise what?
What are you talking about?
I wouldn't that's a lot of snow.
If it's a foot of snow and you got a 4-wheel drive, it's playtime, man.
If the snow's compacted, if there's some ice or sleet under the snow, look, it's going to get really slippery.
You're not going out?
No.
I'll come get you.
I also don't have 4-wheel drive, so no.
Okay.
That's not happening,
Oh,
especially
well,
my new vehicle.
You want to go 4-wheeling? I'll come get you.
We'll come get you. Chuck and I are taking the trucks
That's
out.
right. I'm praying for snow, man. This is going to be huge.
You're going to be a Silverado all over. What's that? That's Chuck Silverado.
The bigger issue is the colder temperatures.
Yeah.
How cold? It's going to be brutally cold, like in the single digits. Maybe even hitting negative degrees in the overnight hours, and that's
kids bundle up.
That's going to create some refreezing situations. I would expect Monday morning will be extremely dangerous.
Yeah, all the fun's going to come, and then the after. Yeah, you're getting real now. See the aftermath. Of when the freezing temperatures.
Monday morning's going to be really dangerous.
Bart thinks it.
We may need to sleep in here on Sunday. We get sleeping bags.
Well, it sounds.
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks.
I mean, it's
Boy, it went quiet in here, didn't it?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it just went quiet.
I got maybe later.
Nobody liked that
Yes.
suggestion.
Ooh, I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
I was, those team bonding things never seem to go over well.
Well, I mean,
Send out the email, never get a response from anybody.
Well,
It's like everybody's coming up with what their plan could be.
Yeah, well, these are.
And then you got the game on Saturday night, right in the middle of
I
it.
know.
I think
Yeah.
LSU's coming in early. I was told yesterday.
I would imagine that.
I don't
would
know how.
happen.
I don't know if they're coming in tonight. It might be tonight. That I can't remember.
I would
was
think
told
they
were
would.
coming in early, but normally you'd come in the day before the game. But I don't think you want to risk it on Friday afternoon.
The SEC really, I mean, they expect you to get these games in. They expect you to make an effort to get there. And if you have to leave early, then you leave early. We've done it before. I mean, it happens at least once a season.
It's too bad they're not playing Alabama because that game might not count towards the NCAA tournament anyhow. We'll get into that. We'll get into that coming up. And then we'll also find out what Bart's going to order on his delivery
Yeah,
today.
that'll be good.
I want to see what's on the list, if you don't mind sharing.
No, that's
We might
fine.
might give us some ideas. You have batteries and stuff?
Yeah.
It's 6:50.
Come on, man.
I'll tell you what I read, and you guys know I read things normal people don't read. I go to the depths for this show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home. Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is proudly driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. We've been talking about them for a number of years. The truth is, they've been Northwest Arkansas's premier vehicle dealership for really as long as I can remember. There are lots of reasons for that. Starts with great brands: Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. And then they've got the largest pre-owned selection that you're going to find anywhere. Trusted names. And they're all right here at the Fayetteville Auto Park. But what really separates them is what happens after the sale. You want to know your vehicle can be serviced by people you trust, right where you bought it. And that's exactly what you get at Fayetteville Auto Park. An award-winning service department and an award-winning collision center, all under one roof. It really is your one-stop automobile headquarters. They've been in business for 25 years. That's a long time. Built on trust, relationships, top-tier service. That's how you stay around as long as they have. The Fayetteville Auto Park. Drive with confidence.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
If you enjoy fake AI-generated stories
I do.
And getting scammed on the internet,
I do.
Facebook is for you.
That's what I like. That's what I want.
Yeah.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when they're talking about, like, 2 days down the road, it's going to snow and be really cold. Bart's talking about, Sunday night, it's going to be 10 below zero. It makes it seem like it's colder now than it really is. Like, all last night, you got to bundle up. Well, it's like 45 degrees. It's really not that bad. And like I was saying, you play golf today. But
Yeah.
Now, tomorrow.
Do you want to try to break 90 today, Bart? Want to go out and give it a crack together?
Sure.
Then at least we have the pictures to look at for, the rest of our lives.
I mean, I know you got to be home to have that stuff delivered.
Yeah, what are you having delivered today?
It's a work in progress.
Well, I mean, you got to have something in mind.
Yeah. I mean, I have stuff.
Candles.
Things that
Definitely
I mean,
that.
It's all stuff I would normally get. I'm ordering like non-perishable things. I'm just making sure that I have the stuff that I normally have.
What do you mean, like non-perishable? Like for how
canned
long?
Like
chili?
stuff that's not going to go bad
In
if, say,
2
the
years?
power. No, if the power goes out or something like that.
Oh.
It's not going to spoil.
Because if the power went out and your
Yeah.
fridge went down, you couldn't just put it outside.
Yeah, I
in
was
the
going to say, you just
snow.
like leave it out there.
The cooler will never make it in this stuff.
I'm just going to stick my milk
That's
out
what
in that
I'm
foot of
like-
snow
like-
and hope it doesn't sour.
I mean, we are nuts. We are nuts. We act like everything's just going to be like, what are
That's
we doing?
why I said I'm getting stuff that I normally get at the store.
You just don't let it perish.
I mean,
Shall not perish.
it's not fair that we're making fun, but we are.
Like I'm getting bagels. Bagels are on the list. I always get bagels when I go to the store. I like a bagel with some cream cheese or
boy.
make a bagel sandwich. I'm getting bread. I always get bread. I need
So
bread.
this is a
I'm
normal
currently
grocery
out.
run for you. There's
Pretty
nothing,
much.
nothing special.
Other than I'm just kind of I'm avoiding certain things that maybe I don't want to get and then immediately go bad if the power goes out.
I'm looking at it the opposite way. I'm like, do I have a good French press? If I want to be at home, I want to make some really good coffee.
See, I hadn't really thought about it in those terms.
You know,
I was just looking for
we
some
have,
cake.
do we have
cups
bacon
yesterday.
and eggs?
I do that. I mean, I start thinking about cooking things, and I'm like, who are you kidding?
Do I have gas or do I have electric? You got to
Yeah.
think about things like that.
Well, you do.
I mean, if you have a real fireplace, you can roast some marshmallows.
Yeah, all that stuff comes into play, I guess. I don't know.
You get out there and grill in sub-zero temperatures.
I've done that.
Will the grill work in sub-zero temperatures outside?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, I've never tried it.
Gas grill, charcoal grill, it will.
This is where you really consider, where you are in life. Bart's just going with his regular routine.
He is.
He's going to throw in some batteries, maybe a candle.
Nah, I got plenty of that.
So what do you do if the power goes out? What do you make?
Like what do you mean? Like for food?
Yeah, what do you eat? How about that? What do you eat?
I mean, you could throw a sandwich together.
Yeah. So we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
are
I
you
got-
you worried about?
Well, if the power goes out,
The heat goes out?
The heat goes out. That's the concern, right? I've got a fireplace though, fortunately.
Got blankets.
So, and it's a wood burning fireplace. So,
I'll give you credit for thinking ahead. You're. I mean, I am not a planner on things like that. It's like power goes out, man. I wonder where the blankets are. I wonder if we got candles. I mean, things like that. I don't even think about until it happens.
I was like, I sat down, to make out a list of things that I should get for a moment like this, and came to the conclusion that I don't know what to get. Like, what do you get for that? Like, that's the thing. Are those lists available? Things you should buy at the store? And because if it is, and you get there, they're not going to be there.
I want to be honest with everybody here for a second.
Yeah, all right,
you do not need 5 loaves of bread and 5 gallons of milk. You do not need that.
Well, if you're never going to be able to go to the store again.
You do not need that. You're not going to use it. It's going to go to waste.
Here's Bart at the store looking at grocery carts.
No.
Bart is standing up there by the checkout.
No. Nope, that's too much. You slovenly human. Get out of here. No. Take it back. Nope, you don't need all that.
That's what we need.
You don't need all that.
We need to send you to the store today with a camera. And we need to have you interact with customers, shoppers.
No, that doesn't need to happen.
Gosh dang.
Do you have toilet paper on your list?
I'm
Bottled
good there.
water, paper
Hey,
towels,
seriously,
things
Edward,
like that.
Edward, you got something
Good
ready
there.
for Monday? Are we good? You got something ready to play on Monday?
Yeah. I mean, we can be
not at
snowed
this,
in.
Well, you have
direct moment.
You have the
but,
first 30 minutes of the show.
I mean,
Yeah,
This is what it sounded like on Thursday.
just plug it back in.
Yeah.
The only problem is if something needs to play on Monday, I have to be here to make that happen.
well, that's why
that's a big problem.
that's the
Sounds
Sunday
like
night
national
thing.
programming.
That's the Sunday night thing. That's why
where
you
you
come in
come
here
in.
Sunday night, spend the night.
We all do it together.
Yeah, well,
No, Chuck's not going to be present.
I'm going to come in Monday morning, per usual. But,
Chuck and I are going to be like the bus ministry. We're going to be going around picking people up
That's
and
right.
bringing them to work.
that's right. I always wanted to be that guy.
Yeah. We can figure out logistics. I'll go to Cave Springs and get Edward.
Yeah. Then about 5:30. Hey, man, I'm just not going to be able to make it.
Yeah.
So,
The damnedest thing happened.
Yeah.
They plowed the road and piled it all up at the end of my driveway.
One thing led
I
to
can't get out.
another, and here we are.
Those are the kinds of things that'll happen.
Yeah.
You get accidentally blocked in. And, you can't climb over.
It's an act of God.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
There's really not anything you can do.
Right. I was talking to Clay Maxey yesterday, and he said when he left Harps, he concluded that I said it was like COVID. He goes, no, Snowvid. This is
It's worse.
Snowvid
It's worse.
for people.
It's
Can't go out of your house.
no, it is.
We got to. There's no social distancing at the store, by the way.
Oh no, everybody's in your business at all times.
No, you're right.
You can get roughed up in there right now.
And it is. I mean, it is. I mean, all you need is a crease. I mean, you see a crease, you got to go.
With a cart?
Yeah,
With a
absolutely.
Cart. Yeah. Do you have insurance for your cart?
It's not mine, but it's.
You got to purchase a liability
that's right.
policy to go in the store.
But I'm telling you, man,
Where
I
did
see
this
a spot, I'm there.
Where did this cutout come from?
Edward has a story about this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We got a John Daly giant.
I just thought it would be a good decor.
And the backwards
piece.
hat on the Bart cutout.
Well,
too,
Bart
is a nice
Bart
touch.
keeps falling forward.
Yeah.
And so I needed a counterweight.
that's good
I needed a
thinking.
counterweight. So
That's good
the
thinking.
Coaches in the Mouth podcast hat has been issued to Bart's
Wow.
cardboard cutout.
Sweet.
And I just
Hat on
thought Bart
backwards.
needed. I thought
Bart
Bart
needed
needed
some
a friend.
friends.
Yeah, hat on
You know?
backwards. That's what it
Yeah.
looks like in the.
John Daly
We
was
need
a
to
good
show
deal.
that.
He was a good deal on Facebook Marketplace.
Can we show that? I mean, I think we need. Maybe you take the camera that you don't use and just put it on that. And when you talk, we could show that.
That sounds good to me. That's
Yeah,
fine.
we'd show Daly and Bart side by side, cardboard
I think
cutout.
I think
don't
Daly should go behind Chuck. I think Chuck
No,
should have.
I think
Chuck
the
should
way
have-
he's pointing at you.
Yeah, it's like buddy,
Yeah,
posing
it's
for
like,
a
look
picture.
at my
the
butt.
buddy cop comedy
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Bart and
Now, if we
JD.
don't
Yeah.
like John Daly, I could probably resell him on Facebook Marketplace for
That's
like
fine.
triple of what I bought
It's
him
fine.
for. So
Now what? Just imagine what you could get for that Bart cutout.
Well, that's a sacred piece of Chuck and Bo Show lore right there.
Bobby is in Hot Springs. He's phoned in. I can't wait to find out why. Bobby, save us from ourselves, please. How are you?
I'm not going to be any help. Let me tell you, I was in the amusement park circus that was Walmart last night. One of the things that I laughed about is exiting the parking lot is the line around the edge of all these people that are having their groceries picked out by the Walmart associates inside. I saw those Walmart associates.
Yeah.
They're doing Bart's work in there. And here's the problem. They're in there in the bread aisle looking at the empty shelves and their little phone and going, what do I get these people?
Right.
Because none of what they want is on these shelves.
Exactly, Bart. That's what I'm telling you. You're bleep out of luck.
You ask for a bagel, and you're going to get a Little Debbie donut. That's what you're going to get.
Hey, you know what? That'd be fine, too.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
Substitute. Donut.
Yeah, give me the Little
Give me
Debbie's.
the donut
Come
for the
on.
bagel. Exactly right.
Well, I had to get this. My mom wanted some chicken noodle soup, and the soup aisle, there was French onion soup in the chicken noodle soup slot. There was empty shelves all over. And again, all these people
I dealt with
looking
that.
for
I dealt with that.
And it's just not there. It's just not there. And my wife was with me, and, well, what do we need to get, honey? Well, here's what we walked out with for us. A belt, some wool dryer balls, and a big 2-pound package of cheese, because I'm almost out of sliced cheese.
Hey, that's awesome.
I said, honey, we have all this stuff in the pantry room. We have all this stuff in the freezer. We've got food. We have piled this stuff up for when there is an emergency. And guess what? This is it. We're going to eat like cheese.
We've already got it all. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Thanks, Hog Noxious. What a call.
That's great. I'm amazed at the number of people who think they're smart.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, GUTTERS.com.
Chuck has thoughts. I want to have some coffee and let you guys roll for a while. This is going to be good.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Every day I wake up despising Georgia basketball more and more.
That's a lot of despising, Brent. Every day. Every day to despise something. That adds up.
I mean, Mike White's had more good jobs than the law should allow and had never won anything.
Well, he's winning right now.
Well, Bo, it's January, Bo.
I'm just.
What's he done?
Well, I mean, what did Mike White do to you? What's wrong with Mike White?
What did he do to me? His whole family's got a silver slipper on their foot. Brother, athletic director at Florida International.
Born on third base.
There we go. Hey, that guy was here. The one that's the FIU AD. He worked in our marketing department years
and he
ago.
tried to sell advertising, and I don't know how good he was.
Brent's got a long memory. FIU, I think.
Well, no, it's
FAU. Brian White's the AD at FAU.
FAU. Okay,
Danny is the AD at Tennessee.
Okay.
Brent Brett can tell you. He knows where all these guys are.
His dad was the AD at Tulane. What have they ever done?
Who?
And his dad was the AD at Duke. Danny White. I believe his name is. Well, I don't know what his name is.
What are those whites?
Danny's his brother. He's the AD at Tennessee.
Oh man! According to
oh God, that just makes me ill. Mike White can't afford enough hair gel to get his hair standing up. He just put that little piece in the front.
I've never heard people get on Mike White before. He's a nice guy.
This is unbelievable. Like, where does this come from?
His teams don't win championships, so everyone likes him.
The whole family.
He's a polite guy, and you're just trashing him.
He's the whole family. It's the whole family, Chuck. Not just Mike White. He didn't like the
Silver
whites.
Spooners.
Yeah.
They've never had to work for anything in their life in athletics.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending to running a small business to helping your kids learn more smart money habits or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You know, Oaklawn in Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you owning the day? Like, if you're not, at that point, it's still early enough to get your butt in gear, right?
Can I point something out here? It's okay to drag in the morning. It's okay. I mean,
You're not helping this.
I don't care. We're not a self-help show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, I don't know about that. We might be.
Help yourself.
6:37. I just got a desire for Starbucks this morning. I don't know why. Maybe like a pistachio latte. You know, one of those wintery drinks that they pawn on you.
See, that's
for $6-7.
That's the snow talking right there. All right, seriously, you wouldn't be thinking about that if there wasn't a foot of snow.
Well, you said you got a hankering for something yesterday at the store.
Well, I was asking. This is a classic example of like, well, it's going to snow. I'm grocery shopping. Let me think about what I need. So when Bobby said this about soup, I did stock up on a couple of cans of, chicken noodle soup. I do like that. And I thought while I was on the soup aisle, I'm going to get some canned chili. I've not bought a can of chili in probably 20 years.
It's some Cheese Whiz.
Yeah, I hadn't bought a can of chili in probably 20 years. And so
and some saltines.
I'm looking for it.
That sounds great.
I did buy some saltines, just so we're clear.
You gotta have
winter
saltines.
weather, it's snow, you gotta have crackers.
saltines.
If all else fails, you got crackers. But I'm looking for it. I can't find any. And I'm like, does nobody eat canned chili anymore?
No, it's gone. When it was off the shelves.
And I was not going to ask, of course. So I just went on without any.
not.
I just went on without any.
Excuse me. You know where the canned chili is?
See, was that so hard? I mean, really, was that so hard? Just ask them where it is.
I know, right? But the way it comes out of your mouth doesn't feel right.
It doesn't. It is so.
I'm looking for this SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. That canned spaghetti.
This is. I'm telling you, man. If the local news isn't out putting a comedy show together on man on the street
you could
stuff,
do it, man.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity.
Oh, it really is.
Makes me want to do it myself.
I actually thought about that this morning. All the fun things.
You want to go out today, Bo?
Yeah, I
like
do.
when we were kids, young in this business. Like you just go do stuff to have a good time.
Edward and I are going to go do this.
I've
today.
got a new
We've just
camera and a
decided.
new mic. Let's go do it.
We'll get Ty. We
don't need
second
Ty.
camera. We don't need Ty.
Let's just go
Just
right
me
after
and you.
this.
Yeah. We've got
Just
one of those
Bo and
little
Edward.
mics.
Edward doesn't
Yeah,
need Ty.
we don't-
All he needs is you, Bo.
All I need is Edward.
That's right.
I need somebody that can shoot and edit. I'll take care of the rest. We need to go to the Tobacco Superstore.
See, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
When they ring the place like 3, all the way around the building.
What are you getting?
What are you getting? Well, I'm getting 3 cartons pound mouth, roll skull.
Yeah.
I mean, those are funny interviews.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can go this morning. You want to?
I do.
I
I
can't tell
really
if you're
want
being
to.
serious
No,
or not.
I want to.
Can I go?
Yeah.
You want to go, Bart?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You want to go?
I only have one mic, but we can share.
I'm just going for the experience.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
All right.
I think we just got to hit the different spots: Lowe's, Home Depot. I don't know.
Liquor store.
Oh, the liquor store. We got to go to the liquor store.
Yes. What do you get?
I wonder if there's any liquor stores with like a cigarette section as well,
Well,
like
of course.
drive-through situations.
Yeah, I mean,
It's generally one
yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
I mean, all your vices under one roof.
It is. Is that a slogan?
That's how it works.
That would be the slogan to your liquor
That's an
store.
awesome
All your
slogan.
vices under one roof. Come in, get it all. Yeah, we're ready. Here's the list. You ready for the list? Yeah. 21 things you need to stock up on before the winter storm.
I want to see how many we have.
What do you think number 1 on the list is? A flashlight.
Flashlight.
Wireless radio. Batteries.
A
first aid kit. How we doing so far?
I've got all of them.
Let me know when we hit one you don't have. Extra blankets for
Chuck.
warmth. Oh, well, what do you have?
I don't have a first aid kit.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, what do I need a first aid kit for?
What if you fall on the ice?
Yeah, what do you, I mean, I don't know.
I'm not planning on falling on the
Do you have
ice.
Band-Aids? Do you have Neosporin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have Neosporin and Band-Aid.
You're okay.
Yeah, I'll make it.
Extra blankets, a full week of medications. You have that?
Yeah, I got that.
Here's the one I don't understand. Copies of your personal documents.
In case, like, the whole house gets snowed in.
This is countryliving.com.
In case you, like, freeze to death and they have to come in and
I mean,
identify
really,
you.
What is that for? By the way, would your personal documents be otherwise? At the office?
Well, maybe you just don't have any like printed out. It's a good time to
It's
print
all
it
on
out.
your phone, all on your computer.
Yeah.
It's all on your flash drive.
All your toiletries. Personal hygiene during a winter storm
It's
is
never
a
to be
big
neglected.
deal.
Never to be neglected.
A gas-powered space heater.
I don't have a gas power.
I don't either.
I don't.
I don't either.
Bart, I'm sure you do.
No.
You have 2 of them?
No.
Can you roll the gas grill like into the living room?
No, I would not recommend running propane.
Well, you need to leave a door open when you do that.
Thank you. Backup power generator.
Nope.
I think my truck acts as one. I think I can just plug into the truck. I think I'm covered.
What do you plug into your truck?
Well, I think
The plug.
It's
The house.
well, you can if you
How does
have
that
that. If you have, I think that you can actually. If you have that 3-prong whatever.
All right.
The lingo escapes me. I'm not Tim the Tool Man Taylor.
But 3-prong deal is close. I mean, it really is.
Bart's coughing. 3-day supply of non-perishable food.
I don't have that. I don't have a 3-day supply.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You did. Did you even get it yesterday?
Well, I got a couple cans of soup. That's not going to last me 3 days. They didn't have any canned chili.
You got to get more.
Well, that's why I'm saying I'm good till about Sunday. After that, I'm going to have to venture out.
A 3-day supply. Well, you gotta get ahead because you're going to be
I
able
tried
to
to
get
get
out.
ahead yesterday. I tried. I mean, I really did. And it's just not for me. It's just not.
Oh, man. 3-day supply of water. You got that?
I got a faucet.
Matches.
It might freeze, Chuck.
Yeah, I got matches.
A non-electric can opener.
Actually, I do, yes.
I've got one.
Well, it may come in handy. If you have pets, you need pet supplies, pet food. A cooler filled with ice.
I don't have that right now. But, I'll go back to what we were talking about. And John just texted this in. Why do you need non-perishables when there's a foot of snow outside? If the power goes out, just toss that pound of hamburger meat out on the deck. It's not going to thaw out.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be okay.
It's actually the other problem. Like if it does freeze and then you got to thaw it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think non-perishables in a snowstorm are overrated. Now, in the summertime, it's tornadoes, hurricanes, things like that. Non-perishables, really important. Because your food will spoil.
Yeah.
But in the wintertime, it's not going to spoil. You just put it out in the yard.
Yeah.
That's always my policy.
That's good.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's my policy. I got it hanging up on a sign in my house.
That's right.
Snow chains, tire chains. I've actually got.
Have you
some
ever
of these.
applied a set
No,
of
they've
chains
never
to an
been out of the
automobile?
box.
I'm old enough to remember when you had to do that, and I've done it. It's been many, many, many years, and now that's if you don't know what you're doing, and that's going to come as a shock to you, but I really didn't know what I was doing when I was trying to put them on. It's a chore now.
The bag of sand that you can put in the driveway if you need to.
Yeah.
We're good on that one. Snow shovel. Yeah, I think you're good on that. Yeah. Here's what you really need: a sled.
I do have a sled.
That's what you need. You need a full tank of gas.
Well, maybe not yet.
Well, I better get that done today. Fill up. That's it. That's I hit most of the 21.
Yeah.
21 keys
that's a
to
good
survival.
list.
It is, and only one item was really
survival.
about.
How will we make it?
Oh boy, Steve is in Alma. Hey, Steve. Good morning. It's the Chuck and Bo Winter Storm Special.
Hey, good morning, guys. Just want to say, first time I ever called in. Love y'all's show. Listen to it every morning. Look forward to it.
Thank you.
And really love it. But listen, no big sports thing here, but just a fun call. But about the chili a while ago, it's funny. Very same thing happened to me about 2 weeks ago. I'm trying to find a can of chili in Walmart. So I go to the soup aisle, and there is no chili. But anyway,
same thing happened to me.
Oh, gosh dang.
Hey, I swallowed my pride and asked the girl standing there, say, hey, can you tell me where the chili is? And so it was 3 aisles over. So if you're looking for the chili, it's with the tuna fish. That's where it's at.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, that changes everything.
Yeah.
I was looking in the wrong
It changes
spot.
everything. But, hey, I got my chili and got out of there. So
He went right to the tuna fish, saw the chili, and said, there it is.
Oh, man.
There it is. And on the emergency list, peanut M&Ms and vanilla Coke. As long as you got them, you're good to go.
That's a good point. Yeah, a large thing of peanut M&Ms is critical.
So, that's good. You can't go without that.
No, you can't. That's good, Steve.
Anyway, listen, I'll let you go. Love you guys.
Appreciate
and,
you,
y'all
man.
have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's beautiful. Peanut M&Ms. That's
I've already enjoyed some this morning.
Chuck standing there in the aisle. No canned chili. Just like
it's over by the tuna fish.
No.
I mean, it's by the tuna fish. Who knew?
6:47. Good morning. You really make me want to call you a moron. I'm not going to do that, but I want to.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
This is not interesting. It's just interesting to us.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, now more than ever, it's important to partner with a well-trained real estate professional, someone who understands all the ins and outs of the game and makes sense of all the things we read about in the real estate market every day. That's why I've partnered with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, from the very beginning. And that's why I recommend them to you. I remember the first time I bought a home. I didn't have any idea what was going on. They did, fortunately, and they guided me through the process. They listened, and perhaps that's the most important thing. You want someone on your side of the table who understands your needs and who listens. Now, they've got offices in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Fayetteville and Bentonville. They're in the River Valley as well, in Fort Smith. You hear us talking about their office in Branson. You're going to see their yellow signs all over town, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
When it comes to any kind of construction, you need to know and be able to depend on who you're dealing with. When it comes to your roof or a remodel, Teamwork Roofing and Construction builds everything using only the best materials, including Malarkey shingles that perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Your roof is more than just shingles. It protects your home, your business, and everything inside. Residential or commercial, simple or complex, Teamwork Roofing and Construction has the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget, treating every job like it's their own. They do what they say, show up when they say they will, and when the job's done, it's like they were never there, except for a brand new roof or a remodel. And they now do cabinetry. Get the customer care and reliability you can count on. Visit teamworkbuilt.com. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show.
Can I be honest?
Please do.
I mean, this is me being vulnerable and transparent, which I know you love and are very comfortable with.
I know what's coming.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I know this is not a popular take, but can I just tell you something I'm really tired of?
What's that?
Apple's updates.
Me too. Let me just
I think
echo
that's
that.
an extremely popular take.
Yeah.
Well,
nobody likes that.
Okay, all right, but so I guess what I was thinking is how I just surpassed the last 10 on my laptop, my previous laptop. I told Bart I needed to return it to factory settings so I could give it to my daughter for Christmas. And I mean, it took Bart a day because he had to update it literally five times to get to the point where he could actually restore it to factory settings. But I have this new iPhone, and every day there's an update on it. I mean, once a week there's an update on this thing. And it's just sitting there, and you can't clear it off your screen, and it never goes away. And it's like, I guess I got to update this thing.
Well, doesn't
the same thing on the laptop.
They take up all that storage space.
I mean, what are they like? It's what are they just sitting around like? What do you mean there's an update? What was the last one about? It was like 2 days ago. Why do we keep doing updates? I mean, can we have a quarterly update? It's like we got to have a meeting every other day about we met 2 days ago about. I mean, seriously, what are we doing?
I agree.
I know technology is advancing at the speed of light, but gosh dang. And then every time there's an update, it screws something up in your system. Like I don't even want to get into it, but it's what you don't need for the winter storm is an update on your iPhone.
Well, it'll happen. It'll happen winter weather or not.
Can your phone produce heat? Like, is there a heater on your phone?
I don't know.
I feel like
it does put off heat. I
was wondering if you could hit an app that, like, you can put your hands over your phone and it just sort of like warms your hands up.
No.
That's... But is there one that just does a fireplace? Like you
sit and look at it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it feels like you're warming up.
It's a psychological deal, yeah.
What an hour.
Yeah, really.
I don't know. I guess we'll start the show at 7 today. Good morning.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like walk-ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites, like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
This fall, don't just pay for a heating tune-up. Make it part of a Paschal membership and get year-round benefits for your home. For as low as $8.99 a month, your annual tune-up is included. Plus, members get exclusive discounts on air, plumbing, and electric services. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your home, budget, and peace of mind with Paschal. Visit gopaschal.com to learn more and join today. And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Hey, it's Bo, and I want to share something that's completely enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mengarelli are the real deal, two of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes, and now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
See, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like walk-ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites, like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at it. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your...
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Otis, of these new guys that they're bringing in, and you just went through, I mean, there's a lot of them.
Right.
Percentage-wise, how many of them are they looking at saying, we've got to have this guy play and play well right now? I mean, we need him to come in here. If he's a bust, we've not done our job right here.
Chuck, I know you and Bo well, and I knew you'd probably ask that. And so I wrote down 10 players that I think there's probably more.
Right there.
There's 10 players I wrote down with knowing that one of you two would ask that question. Go. I wrote down Chris Marshall at wide receiver, Lakai Rowe. Well, let me do this, Puppy. Chris Marshall at wide receiver, Bryant Williams and Terrence Robertson at offensive tackle, Malachi Braylon from Memphis at offensive guard, Carter Stoutmire and Christian Harrison at safety, Xavier Sims, a defensive tackle from Oregon, and I think I said Chris Marshall, but Lakai Rowland and Jaheim Johnson at corners, and Kamari House at linebacker. Those, to me, that's 10 kids, guys, if I didn't leave somebody out, but that's 10 kids I wrote down, because I knew you'd probably have to, and that's legit. Those are legit 10 guys that they really need to step up there. Sorry, now there'll probably be some others, but even if there's not, if you get 10 starters right there, and those are some important positions. You got 3 offensive linemen, 2 corners, 2 safeties, a linebacker, wide receiver. So, I mean, we're talking pretty important positions, you know.
I know the linebacker from North Carolina had a lot of production. That's a thing that Cignetti, and I don't want to get into this cliche of everybody's got to do it like Cignetti now.
Right.
But I do love the idea and the philosophy that you go get guys that have produced somewhere else.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Think about this, Chuck. Think about, this show's free. You don't have to subscribe to it. But imagine if this was the Chuck and Bo show. If you were listening to the show and you wanted to cancel it, you're done listening to us.
I hate that.
But there's no way to ever turn your radio off or get it off the Chuck and Bo show. How maddening would that be that every time you get in your car, you can't adjust the volume and you can't change the show?
Well, you'd start walking.
Can't turn it off.
we would be a healthier society.
Chuck and Bo show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I really think the first hour of the show is kind of like a microcosm of like what it's going to be for a lot of people at work today. You're going to talk about the snow. You're talking about the weather. Did you get everything you needed at the store? Well, let me tell you what I did yesterday. And then an hour or so into the day, you'll actually, get down to doing something.
Are people still going to work today?
I don't know. I mean, it's going to be nice today.
Why would they
But
not
tomorrow
go
it's going to be, it's going to be awful.
I mean, you got to get stuff done.
It's a beautiful day.
I know.
You got to go to the store.
Get stuff done.
You got to go to the store. You got to get ready.
Is Sam's Club going to be
We've
popping
been telling
today?
people to do it since Tuesday.
Well,
and yet none of us. Well, Chuck ventured out yesterday and got 2 items.
I got a few more than 2, but I've still got a lot of my list left to tackle.
Yeah?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh, you got a list?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
No.
He's got a list. Let's hear it.
Well, let's see what we got here.
What are you willing to share with us?
Well, let's see what we've got here. These are things that I was shaving cream, Kleenex,
Essentials.
Clorox wipes,
Dude wipes.
No, just Clorox wipes. Chicken tenders.
Don't use those the same way.
Stuff like that. Stuff like
Chicken
that
tenders?
on there. Yeah.
Chicken tenders.
Canned chili.
Chuck got chicken tenders. Did you get
Chicken tenders and chili.
Did you get fish sticks?
No, I didn't get any fish sticks. Well, I mean, or had some.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to get into some stuff here, including is the SEC dead in football, and it might be. But before we do that, David and Scott are on the line, so we'll take these calls. David, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show. What's happening? All right, let's try Scott in Fayetteville. Scott, good morning.
Hey, good morning. I very much like Chuck. I used to think, it's a winter storm. What do you stay warm, have some gas heat, whatever, but your food's not going to ruin. Just put it outside. Problem is that works for city living, but if you're out in the country and you get an ice storm or something, and it's 2 weeks before you get your power restored, it may get up to 70 right after the ice storm. Now your food is rotting inside your house in your refrigerator.
Yeah,
there's always an exception to the rule.
No, we're not talking about those people because we know how smart they are. Yeah. Like if you have a
Country
farm
boy
or
can
you live
survive.
out in the country, exactly. Yeah. We're talking about the people that apparently don't have more than what they're eating today in their home, and then they go out and buy 2 weeks worth of stuff.
That's me.
And they're going to throw 12 days of it away.
That's me. Yes.
And
I agree with you.
I mean, the people that live in the country or have a farm, they're planners. They got a plan.
Well, it was more the comment about just put it out in the snow, put it on the back porch.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
It was a flippant remark.
No,
it was a flippant remark.
We were thinking about like Flight by Yingling and bottles of Prosecco.
Yeah, I mean, we were thinking about stuff like that.
We were thinking about beer.
The important things in life.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you, guys. Love y'all.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Here we go. It's a winter storm special. If you have tips, seriously,
Bart's going shopping today. Bart's going to have stuff delivered today. His shoppers will be the ones clogging up the aisles.
I got one question. Are people nervous, scared, or are they excited?
I'm excited. I'm childlike when it comes to snow.
Yeah,
I am.
You're looking forward to it.
I'm waving it in.
Are you going to do a snow angel?
No, I just
Are you going to throw
like
a snowball?
Snow.
You're going to throw a snowball?
I might. Yeah, it's possible.
Edward?
Edward.
Yes.
Edward's. I remember being in this, and I'm not really that far removed from it, where Edward's just like, this sucks. And here's why. It's going to throw off my routine. It's going to throw off the family routine. It's going to just create havoc. It's like for a lot of people, when their kids are not in school, that's like, oh gosh, what are we going to do? Oh, man, I got to have another plan. I'm just trying to survive here. Now I got to have a plan for this.
Bo's a big proponent of year-round school.
I was for a while.
With no breaks.
Yeah, I was for a while. David, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
Doing great.
Hey, Chuck, we missed you on Monday night, but we had a good replacement. Are you feeling better?
I am doing better, thank you.
Fantastic. I'll make it quick, guys. I appreciate you taking my call. Just kind of give you guys some insight you may know or may not know. I'm the chairman and founder of a new platform called Choose Arkansas. We launched on January the 5th, and our name Choose Arkansas is exactly what it is. We are supporting student athletes from every university across the state. We are focusing on businesses across the state. So basically, we're putting a fence around the state of Arkansas. We're working with Arkansas vendors, and it's been amazing, guys. The response has been tremendous. We started kind of a grassroots, strategy of going to the fans, that's what we built this for the fans that look for a platform. After Edge went away, people were like, where do we give our money? So I had people reach out to me, and I'm like, we can make a difference. And I decided to do this. I'm retired, as Chuck knows, I've been over a year. So we started out, we had our first event 2 weekends ago. We had 4 athletes, had a great response. So it's been amazing, the people that have talked to us and the things that people have volunteered to give to us, services and volunteers. So basically, I hired a young man that's working full-time for me. I'm out on the street now. Matter of fact, I'm on the way to Central Arkansas to meet with some potential donors. And so all these volunteers that are doing things for me, it's amazing. So we're going to hire as we go. But I will tell you right now, as of this morning, we've signed 17 athletes. 11 of those are from the University of Arkansas. The others are from the other universities. And there's a lot of pieces to this. And I've got a plan, the business plan. And Chuck well knows my background is in sales and marketing, and specifically in the e-commerce space, if you will. So we've got a business plan. We're walking, but we run. But just getting our name out there, to be honest with you. Central Arkansas is an area we haven't really worked. We worked on Northwest Arkansas, and now we're getting into Central Arkansas. My character, what I do basically is I'm talking to businesses. I'm used to talking to businesses in my former job, and my young man that's working for me, he is good for social media. He seems to have a good line of communication with the young players. But I will tell you this: we are getting all the players that are returning players are reaching out to us, and we are concentrating on the incoming freshmen, and we are concentrating on the portal. And the existing players, unfortunately, people tell us, why should we support somebody that's on a 2-10 team? What have they done? So that's been a little bit of a challenge. You're going to have to sail through that. But like I said, it's been amazing. And, we're picking up steam. So I just want to tell you guys, thank you. Matter of fact, Chuck, you and me and Bo had the same haircut, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good barber.
We're easy to spot. All right. Well, good luck to you. I don't know. Is there a website or something people could see? Because we don't really have.
Yeah, somebody that can explain this a little bit, in more long form.
Yeah, this isn't a place to really dig in.
Just reach out to Choose Arkansas. That's the word. It's just Choose Arkansas, and it's self-explanatory, and we're easy to reach out to. I've surrounded myself. Matter of fact, one of your good friends, is one of my advisors, and I think she has a show called Varsity Vibe. I won't mention her name. She might charge me for it, but anyway, I've surrounded myself with a lot of good people, and so check it out. Give us a call, and matter of fact, we are giving away 2 trips to the SEC tournament in Nashville, and we are also booked to have events at John Daly's establishment. They're on Broadway in Nashville. So look forward to seeing you guys and reach out anytime. And Bo, I'll meet you at some point. But Chuck, I see you quite a bit, so I'm glad to see you're doing better. And hopefully I'll see you Saturday.
Thanks, David. Thank you, David.
All right. Hopefully there's a game on Saturday.
Hope so.
7:30 is the scheduled time. Can they move that thing up?
I don't know. I mean, a conference has got to say okay. Common sense would dictate that might be in order. I'm not sure how the television thing would work. I just don't know. But
common sense went out the window in college sports.
As I said that, I'm like, well, who are you kidding?
Seriously.
But it would seem as though if we're going to have, as the forecasters say, 17 feet of snow,
18.
maybe 18 in some areas. It would make sense to maybe move the tip off.
2
time
feet
up.
of ice in some places. It's 877-377-6963. Serious question. Serious question.
Pardon me.
The SEC hasn't won a national championship in 4 years, 3 years. The Big Ten's won the last 3. Is the SEC dead as a football conference as far as being the most powerful conference in college athletics? Are we moving into another era? We got to hit a break, and we're gonna get into this. Indiana wins. Another related topic is this Signetti Indiana thing going to continue? Or was this sort of a one-hit wonder in a sea of change that he navigated perfectly, and now others are figuring it out? 877-377-6963. It's a struggle, but we're going to move off the winter weather for a second. We got all the supplies figured out.
See, this is what happens. You get distracted, and all of a sudden you got 10 feet of snow on the ground.
It's so true. Hey, whenever the weather's bad and you realize things like maybe my roof's not holding up right, or maybe you just got to get a project done. And they're going to fight through things like the weather and work with you to get it done on time. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, remodels, roofs, doesn't matter how difficult the job is, the slope, flat roof, your traditional roof, metal roof, whatever it is, they can help you. They're in the cabinetry business too. And a remodel is something that, sometimes people work on for a while, leave, come back. They'll get it done on budget and on time. TeamworkBuilt.com. Check out the website, TeamworkBuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by Teamwork. 7:14 on a winter storm headed our way Thursday. Do you have more opinions today? Do you have more things that we haven't gotten to?
Hell yeah, brother.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life, too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is proudly driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. We've been talking about them for a number of years. The truth is, they've been Northwest Arkansas's premier vehicle dealership for really as long as I can remember. There are lots of reasons for that. Starts with great brands: Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. And then they've got the largest pre-owned selection that you're going to find anywhere. Trusted names. and they're all right here at the Fayetteville Auto Park. But what really separates them is what happens after the sale. You want to know your vehicle can be serviced by people you trust, right where you bought it. And that's exactly what you get at Fayetteville Auto Park. An award-winning service department and an award-winning collision center, all under one roof. It really is your one-stop automobile headquarters. They've been in business for 25 years. That's a long time. Built on trust, relationships, top-tier service. That's how you stay around as long as they have. The Fayetteville Auto Park. Drive with confidence.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
School sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
When Chuck and I started the show, he said we want to deal with smart people, smarter than us. It's going to take a while for them to show up because they've been dumbed down, but they'll show up.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oh, so many things to get into. We spent an hour trying to get you ready for the storm, so
we can only do so much
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Bart's wearing his hat backwards today, if that tells you anything about the kind of day it is. Connor O'Gara's coming up from Saturday Down South in a few minutes.
Would you like me to turn it back around?
No, I just
rogue,
was pointing it out, a mere observation.
Okay.
Set a nice tone.
Hey, it looks great, actually.
Okay.
Paul Feinbaum was on his show, and he's been really, I don't know, not on the Indiana bandwagon. He was on a show the other day, and he said he had an apology to make to Indiana. And this is part of a bigger topic. I thought when I saw this, I had to watch it twice. I didn't know if it was AI generated. It seemed very un-Feinbaum-like. I'm still not sure what it is. I was wondering, like, is this sort of a satire situation? But he's apologizing to Indiana.
There can be debate on whether Indiana had the best season in college football history, but there can be no debate. It is the greatest story in the history of the game. And what made it even more amazing is how people misunderstood what Curt Cignetti was doing in Bloomington. But let me assure you, nobody was more incorrect in understanding that process than me. Almost everything I said throughout the season about him and about Indiana was wrong, and it was an epic failure on my part. There was no question Indiana was the best team, and yes, the Big Ten is the best conference in the country. We congratulate Coach Cignetti, Indiana, and the Big Ten for an extraordinary run.
Feinbaum saying that on the SEC network.
He just looked defeated, too. He looked disheveled, defeated.
I was stunned to hear him at the end. He never did apologize, but it sounded like an apology.
Yeah.
Big Ten's the best conference in college football. We all agree on that?
Seems to be. Bart's
hates the Big Ten. No. The Big Ten's taking over. They're taking over college football. The South has been turned on its head. We no longer have the dominant programs in the South. The rules have changed. Actually, the rules went away. Cheating is not as effective. And the great players in the South are now choosing to also go elsewhere. It's not like all these programs are, falling apart overnight. They're just not dominant like they were. Georgia's still going to be really good. I don't know what's going to happen at Alabama. I don't think Alabama is – I don't think they're going to win more than 10 games anytime soon. And that's still a good season, and that's still a good program. I mean, there's a lot of people, including Arkansas, would love to have that. But Alabama has lost its, this cliche, they've lost their fastball. They've lost their edge. They no longer have an edge. Auburn don't have an edge. LSU still has they got a fighting chance to still be, a power in college football, just because of what they have in state and the way that state rallies around LSU. But we talked about this when NIL started. Bigger cities in the Big Ten. If you're a college athlete, do you want to live in Tuscaloosa or Chicago? Do you want to live in Tuscaloosa or do you want to live in Columbus? You want to live in Tuscaloosa or Bloomington, which isn't far from Indianapolis. I mean, these Big Ten schools have a bunch of money. They've got a bunch of people. The states are bigger. The cities are bigger. There's more to do. And the SEC doesn't have that.
I don't think it's just the Big Ten. I think, in fact, I'm going to be honest. I worry about where the SEC is going to be in the pecking order moving forward. I'm not talking about next year, the year after. I'm talking about 10 years from now. I worry where the SEC stands because of just simple economics. College football now is rewarding the uber wealthy. There's an article at ESPN about this Cody Campbell out there at Texas Tech.
Billionaire.
He basically he says Auburn and Alabama are done. He says Alabama and Auburn are done. They will never be. It'll never be the same way again. Now on the surface, it's like, well, let's not get carried away, but you start applying numbers to this, and you look at, I think we all acknowledge whoever has the most money right now has got a leg up. Everybody wants to replicate what Indiana's done. I saw where Mark Cuban just gave them a big bundle again, in the aftermath of the football game. So they're gonna keep it going. Here's what I'm driving at: Alabama and Auburn. You start getting into a numbers game. Like, for example, how much money's really in that state? State of Alabama. I was looking at some numbers yesterday. Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama. The median income in all those states is about $52,000. In Indiana, for example, the median income is $70,000. There are 805 living Indiana University alumni members, according to their website. 805,000 living alumni members from Indiana University, 417 of whom live within the borders of the state of Indiana. We don't have 400 names on Senior Walk. And they've been engraving those for a long time. They got 417,000 living within the borders of the state. Their median income there, about $20,000 a household higher than it is in virtually all these states in the South. You go through the Big Ten, you go through like West Texas, you go into the state of Texas. The median income is much, much higher in these places. And so, like when you talk about collectives that are grassroots and things like that, there's just not as much roots in some of the poorer southern states. I've heard for quite some time that Alabama is not doing as well with the NIL as many thought they would, because there's just not that much there. These are poor, rural, southern states. You look at, you just look at how the world has worked over the years. The South has been left behind on some things, and it has to do in lots of instances with money. And I worry that as you look at the population centers, as you look at the median income, as you look at, where the financial centers are, it's not in the Deep South. And I think about a school like Auburn, a place like Mississippi State. Arkansas's got 3 million people roughly in it. Mississippi a little bit less than that. Ole Miss, Mississippi State, median income barely $50,000. How are those schools going to compete? How's it going to happen? I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about as time wears on, 5-10 years down the road. I think a lot of things in society, they reward the haves. And there are just not as many haves in the Deep South as there are in other parts of the country. You look at our league right now. I suspect moving forward, Texas A&M, and LSU will do very well. The one team in our league that can actually emulate what Indiana's done is Vanderbilt, and they're already on their way. It's going to be very, very difficult for some of these schools in the SEC, Arkansas included, to keep up with some of the schools in other areas. Did you know the median income in Louisiana is almost $80,000? I didn't know that. $77,000 in Louisiana. Median income in Texas, $102,000. Median income in Arkansas, barely $52,000. Same for Alabama. Same for Mississippi. I just think as this wears on us, it's one thing to do it for a couple of years. As this wears on us and turns into a 10, 15, 20-year forever kind of ordeal, I just wonder where the money's going to come from.
It's going to come from Texas. Brian in Ozark is here to tell us about it.
Hey, morning. How are y'all?
Oh, we're great. How are you?
I'm good. I was just listening to Chuck talk about money and everything.
Yeah.
And I noticed that they did an evaluation on college programs. I didn't see where Arkansas stood, but what a program's worth. Texas was $2.2 billion. Second place was Texas A&M at $1.59 billion. That's a huge drop. So where do you think Arkansas would fit into that? And I just want to know
how much of that wealth, Brian, how much of that wealth that you brag about do you personally share in?
None.
Okay. So you're just bragging about what somebody else has done.
No. At least he's honest.
No, all I'm talking about is I was asking you a serious question.
Now, what are you talking about? What's your point?
Brian, we already
I want to know what Arkansas's program is worth.
Why do you want to know?
Brian, I just basically said a minute ago. I mean, I don't know if you were listening, but I mean, we all acknowledge Texas and Texas A&M have a financial advantage over everybody else. The truth of the matter is you should be doing better than you are. I mean, you've done well, but you ought to be doing better than you are, and I think you know that.
You're right, but you know what? Got to start somewhere. We had two very crappy coaches. One of them was Charlie Strong. You remember that dude?
Mm-hmm.
Well, y'all are the one that hired him. Y'all hired him.
You know what?
Nobody held a gun to your head and made you hire him.
You're right. No, everybody makes a very stupid, idiotic decision at times, kind of like Pittman and Petrino,
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody makes a worthless choice. They did. He lasted 3 years. Man, you're like a
There we go. Here we go. Let's take some personal shots. You want to? I mean, come on. Let's take some personal shots at him.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Chuck, you've been around a while, and look, I don't mean that ugly, and Bo, you've been around not as long as Chuck.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Ryan Silverfield has my attention.
Oh, yeah? Well, okay.
Has my attention.
Okay.
Is this like the seal of approval?
Look at that.
Well,
Are we moving closer to the Bart seal of approval?
The man hasn't coached a game yet here.
Yeah.
But
he has your attention.
He has my attention for what he's doing in the transfer portal. You know, when
y'all better put him in the Heisman.
Sure.
Pay attention.
Look, when you see these initial transfer portal rankings, you expect them to change pretty rapidly over the course of the portal period as some of the big dogs in the sport get after it and start signing players and everything. But when you look at what Arkansas has done in the portal, they've been hanging around the top 10 this entire time in terms of portal class rankings. 10th right now in the country, according to 24/7 Sports. 11th via On3. They're doing a great job in the portal, but what, at least it appears that way, right? We have no idea how these guys are going to play at Arkansas, right? But it appears that things are going well. Here's what caught my attention yesterday. Maryland transfer corner Lakai Rowland signed with Arkansas. Starter at Maryland, had a good year as the starter at Maryland. They're, you could say their best player in the defensive backfield. That alone is, eye-grabbing. And a starter from a Power 4 conference school. He visited Ohio State, right? And Ohio State fans were really pissed off that they didn't get this guy. And that he came to Arkansas.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending to running a small business to helping your kids learn more smart money habits or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Oaklawn and Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals, all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com. The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show. I will confess, I've reached the point in my life when my main goal every day is to get home. So once I'm there, it's going to take quite a bit to get me back out.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It is 7:36 on a Thursday morning. It's Thursday, right? All day long?
All day long.
All day long.
Before the winter storm hits.
It is Thursday. Of course, we are in SEC country here in the great state of Arkansas. I know people are listening around the world, but we originate the show from the home of the Razorbacks. And we are mourning the loss of the SEC. And here to help us with that is Connor O'Gara, Saturday Down South, great college football reporter, analyst, commentator. Always enjoy his takes and his work. And Connor, are you attending the wake here of the SEC football conference as we knew it?
Look, as someone who benefited greatly from the way that the results played out on Monday night, I can't sit here and be the person to read the eulogy at the SEC funeral.
He's dancing on the grave. He's dancing on the grave.
Indiana alum. He's an IU alum.
I can't do it. I would never put myself in that position. There are others that are better suited for it. I know Paul Feinbaum has certainly attempted to do so with his mea culpa of all things Big Ten related. But look, let's call it what it is here, because the way that this season played out, I think that having the Big Ten win its third consecutive national champion with a third unique winner, I think it does give all power to the Big Ten. But if you actually look at the non-conference results and combine them with bowl results of how every conference did against one another, what this year actually told us was that these conferences were pretty equal and that there wasn't this massive divide. And so the SEC is now just more of where everybody else is, and it's not this unbelievable run of dominance that we've grown to expect from 2006 to 2022. So if there is a light at the end of the tunnel, it is just simply that, well, this is just a new era wherein the SEC has not faded, and by all accounts, this could be a year next year in which the SEC is back on top. It's just that there's a lot more parity in the sport.
It feels like the SEC's lost its competitive advantage, its edge. And I guess the way I'm seeing it, and just tell me if I'm wrong or you see it differently, is, for years you had these football programs in the South that figured out a way to pay players under the table. That's been talked about publicly and obviously secretly for years. And you also had a lot of money infused into the facilities and that sort of thing. You could build from players that largely were from the South, not entirely, but largely. And then when the portal and NIL came along, bigger schools, bigger places, bigger cities, Big Ten places that were willing to pay players now that it was legal and all that kind of stuff. It seems like the SEC's lost that edge. Why would you want to live in Tuscaloosa when you could live in, Bloomington or Columbus or Chicago?
There's definitely something to be said for that. I think that what's really difficult and something that the SEC is adjusting to is, for so long, if you looked at high school recruiting rankings, 6 of the top 10 are from the SEC, and 8 of the top 15 are from the SEC. And the way that you could stack these classes and accumulate talent and depth is different, as recently as 3 or 4 years ago compared to now. And now you see those blue chip recruits who, they spend a year on an SEC campus and then they can go elsewhere. And not necessarily having the ability to retain talent is difficult, not having that automatic edge. I mean, let's not forget, guys, like, for a long time, you couldn't even transfer within the SEC without sitting out an extra year. And the SEC was always trying to protect itself. And instead, now we're at a point where it's really difficult to retain talent. And you would better have really good coaches. And we saw play out this year with Indiana, who had 2 coaches that were assistants who obviously had been with Curt Cignetti for a long time and who are going to be, I think, coveted as head coaches very, very soon here. And it comes down to game planning, and it comes down to being able to have guys that have experience. And so being able to retain that talent that the SEC had an advantage with for so long because of how much it dominated high school recruiting, that has since faded, and we're seeing talent that's spread out because guys want to play, and they have more incentive, both financial and obviously, all the other things to be able to do so immediately. And there are other places that have given them that opportunity.
Connor, what role do the head coaching rosters play when you compare the Big Ten and the SEC? Who the head coaches are? I mean, obviously when Saban leaves, and DeBoer's very accomplished, but he's not Saban. There's an influx of new coaches in the SEC this year. A lot of them do not have Power 5 experience or Power 4 experience as head coaches. Does that play a role?
I think it does. The SEC has never been younger at the head coaching spots.
Right.
Think about this, guys. Your oldest coach in the SEC is now Brent Venables. That is a guy who literally, in his free time, runs stadiums. I mean, if Brett Bielema, I'm speaking to the great people of Arkansas here. If Brett Bielema came into the SEC, he'd be the oldest coach in the conference.
Is that right?
This is a changing. Think about that. And meanwhile, we just had a 64-year-old head coach win a national championship. So there is, I think, a different feeling in the SEC, a conference that has gotten really young at the head coaching spots, and it doesn't necessarily guarantee success, but the SEC has so much more turnover. And, last year when the SEC didn't have any turnover, it was like, wait a minute, what's going on? This is so atypical of the conference. And then, of course, it led to the crazy coaching carousel that we had this past year. And so when you have that type of turnover and that type of volatility, sometimes you're going to go through some of those 3-year stretches. Like, I think the SEC went through one of those stretches in the latter half of the 2010s, but we didn't really know it because Nick Saban was still there. And all of a sudden, I think we were kind of at that place where you looked around and went, man, not a lot of these coaches feel like they're really entrenched at their current jobs. And so maybe that'll change with this new wave of coaches. 6 different SEC programs have new coaches going into 2026, including obviously LSU and Ole Miss after the Lane Kiffin thing. But, that to me is going to determine what the SEC is able to do in the rest of the decade. It all does come back to coaching.
Is the Cignetti thing at Indiana and them being the new national power going to continue? Or is this like a great story? They're still going to have a good program, but they're not – it's not like they're built to put together some sort of dynasty. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think it's unfair to assume a dynasty is imminent just because I don't like to necessarily do that, especially with a program that, look, I am an Indiana graduate telling you that as recently as 3 weeks ago, I was waiting to see if this team could win a bowl game for the first time since 1991. So I don't want to sit here and pretend that all of a sudden you're just going to start, ripping through the 12-team playoff or whatever the future of the playoff looks like. But what I will say, what's holding Indiana back? Because the way that this coaching staff, which, by the way, kept its 2 coordinators, even as Indiana had this meteoric rise this year and really last year as well, they kept both coordinators and Curt Cignetti. What's holding them back? Because there's nothing in the Big Ten that all of a sudden that you're looking at going, oh, that's a hurdle. Even Kirby Smart went into December with a 1-7 record against Alabama that everybody said, man, that's still kind of a hurdle that's facing him. Now, he overcame that, but Indiana doesn't have those things standing in its way. Maybe collective bargaining will happen, and all of a sudden the way that you construct a roster will change. Or maybe it will be, the departure of the defensive coordinator, Brian Haynes, and all of a sudden you're going to look up a few years from now and it's going to be really tough to replace. But there's not this overwhelming thing that's standing in IU's way. They're going to get more money, obviously, to be able to build up that roster with the year that they just had. And there aren't coaches who feel like they have Curt Cignetti's numbers. So to me, I think they're an annual playoff contender. Maybe they're going to have one or two of these rosters that can compete for a national championship. But I think it's realistic to think that IU isn't necessarily going anywhere, and they're going to be competing for Big Ten championships on a yearly basis.
All right, one more business of college football question for you. The lawsuit with the Duke quarterback, or the temporary restraining order, he can't sign with another team because he's got a $4 million deal at Duke, and he's trying to get out of it to apparently go to Miami. Where are we with the NCAA, the courts, and what players can do and can't do as it relates to things like this?
I don't really think it's so much about the NCAA and even the courts. I think it's about the contract signed and the conferences who can enforce them, because really that's what prevented the DeMond Williams situation from happening in the way that everybody anticipated when he announced that he was entering the portal. And then the Big Ten and Washington were able to step in and go, wait a minute, no, we can actually enforce this with you because, the conference has that power. And so I think with this, now he officially enters the transfer portal, and everybody's looking at Miami going, well, you're going to be able to find a way to pay him. And Miami probably would be able to find a way to pay whatever sort of buyout is associated with this. And let's not forget that, Miami was the program that dealt with this last year with Xavier Lucas, their defensive back who left Wisconsin. And Wisconsin was like, wait a minute, no. You can't just leave this contract. You're still, you still signed a deal that's worth this amount of dollars. And Miami was able to find a way to still get him eligible. So I kind of think that Miami's going to be able to figure this out, and Duke all of a sudden is going to be, hey, we just lost our quarterback. They're going to get a kickback probably from Miami. But imagine that for Manny Diaz, the former Miami coach, who was basically told, you're not good enough. Mario Cristobal is, and he has to watch Miami take his quarterback. And ironically enough, he took that quarterback from Tulane. So kind of what goes around comes around in some ways. But, yeah, what an absolute mess this is to figure out.
Connor, always great stuff, man. Thanks for making time for us.
Thank you, Connor.
Gentlemen, appreciate it.
Appreciate your work. Connor O'Gara, Saturday Down South, does a great job. We got to hit a break. We're brought to you in part by First Security Bank. More convenient locations, helping you bank better every day. Whatever the banking need is, log on to fsbank.com. First Security Bank, member FDIC. You guys are part of my family. Everyone that listens to this show is just part of the Chuck and Bo family. We're building a community here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I want to see you and Bart in the old three-legged race.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let me just...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, now more than ever, it's important to partner with a well-trained real estate professional, someone who understands all the ins and outs of the game and makes sense of all the things we read about in the real estate market every day. That's why I've partnered with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, from the very beginning. And that's why I recommend them to you. I remember the first time I bought a home. I didn't have any idea what was going on. They did, fortunately, and they guided me through the process. They listened, and perhaps that's the most important thing. You want someone on your side of the table who understands your needs and who listens. Now, they've got offices in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Fayetteville and Bentonville. They're in the River Valley as well, in Fort Smith. You hear us talking about their office in Branson. You're going to see their yellow signs all over town, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
When it comes to any kind of construction, you need to know and be able to depend on who you're dealing with. When it comes to your roof or a remodel, Teamwork Roofing and Construction builds everything using only the best materials, including Malarkey shingles that perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Your roof is more than just shingles. It protects your home, your business, and everything inside. Residential or commercial, simple or complex, Teamwork Roofing and Construction has the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget, treating every job like it's their own. They do what they say, show up when they say they will, and when the job's done, it's like they were never there, except for a brand new roof or a remodel. And they now do cabinetry. Get the customer care and reliability you can count on. Visit teamworkbuilt.com. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show.
We've been thinking that you'd travel a lot, and we were wondering if it'd be okay if you just shared your location with us.
Probably not. But
just in case anything happens.
Yeah, I
just with the family here.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
would you mind sharing your location with us?
I would mind. Yes.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
What about this Alabama basketball player, Charles
Bediako? Bob Diaco's far distant
Bob Diaco.
relative.
No.
Betty.
No relation.
Bediako. Bediako. Difference.
Charles Bediako. Bart, what's his story? We got another NBA guy playing in
little bit of
college
background.
basketball.
Little bit of background.
The difference is this guy's actually an NBA guy. He entered the 2023 NBA draft, signed an NBA two-way contract with the San Antonio Spurs, but somehow, magically, mystically, by an Alabama judge who I'm sure is affiliated with the Crimson Tide, has been granted a temporary restraining order to return to Alabama and college basketball immediately. The TRO is valid for 10 days.
He can play right away.
Hearing on his request for a preliminary injunction will happen on next Tuesday at 9 a.m. But he can play for Alabama this weekend, and Nate Oates has said he's going to play. And I just first of all, first of all,
he's been under contract with the Spurs, right?
Yes. A guy who has signed an NBA contract
Can make more money playing at Alabama
First
right
of all,
now.
have some shame if you're Charles Bediako. Like, you're just admitting that you're a crappy professional basketball player. Get a job.
That is a job.
Secondly,
he's got a job at Alabama.
Shame on Nate Oates, man.
Shameful.
Look, now let's not act surprised that it's Nate Oates who's trying to pull crap like this. Like, you want to talk about just one of the...
Here we go.
Least honest operators in college basketball.
Unethical? Is that what you're trying to say?
Unethical. That's what we're talking about with Nate Oates. So shame on him. He's trying to take advantage of a rule, but the problem is that the NCAA does not allow you to play basketball or any sport if you have signed a professional contract with an NBA team.
A judge says he can play, though. The NCAA has no rules. They can't enforce them.
We are a lawless society when it comes to college athletics now.
Lawless.
That doesn't work.
First, you're last.
That doesn't work.
We need rules, damn it.
We need rules. We have to have rules. The NCAA.
We have to have rules.
The NCAA has rules. They need to enforce them. This is the time for them to take a stand and put an end to this nonsense, because that's all this is nonsense. The NCAA should not allow Alabama to compete in the NCAA tournament if Charles Bediako plays a game.
We are a rules-based society.
That's my take. I guarantee you this judge is a Crimson Tide fan.
Well, my gosh.
I guarantee you.
They wound up dead.
Yes, here we go. The NCAA is going to wind up dead.
That may be what happens here.
No.
But this is pathetic
The
from Alabama
weatherman,
and Nate Oates.
Dan Scoff, joins us for the Winter Storm Advisory. Next.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Imagine every sip and bite feels like you're celebrating the finer things in life. Chef Shiloh and the bartenders at Tusker's Tavern in Fayetteville have just dropped new menu items celebrating a cocktail culture and culinary craftsmanship. Daily happy hour, 5 to 6:30, 20% off wine by the glass and $5 local draft beer. And for fun, they've created Unhappy Hour, Monday through Wednesday from 9 to 11 p.m. with the same specials. It's Tusker's Tavern at the corner of Mission and Crossover in Fayetteville. I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Donuts, Red Bull, and lottery tickets. I mean, how could you want anything
Courtesy
more?
of the Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like walk-ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites, like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at it. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
I heard someone say the other day that, you know, the model in professional sports is like basically for every dollar you bring in, when you break it all down, you get through all the expenses, every dollar you bring in, the players are going to get between 45 and 50% of that dollar, all right? In college, it's more like about 25 to 30%. The difference is the size of the staffs, and I'm not talking about the coaching staffs. I'm talking about go to a professional operation. I'm not talking about like the Dallas Cowboys. I'm talking about your average professional sports operation. Front office wise, you know, the people you don't see, it's pretty lean and mean. I mean, it really is. There are 2 people, you know, there's one person doing 2 people's jobs in some of these organizations. Not all of them, but some of them. In college sports, just the people working in the building, the numbers just dwarf the people that work for professional sports organizations. And all those people have to be paid. And so there is much more of a financial burden on a college athletic department. But when you hear stories like that, like you were talking about, the average Arkansan will never set foot on a private plane. The average Arkansan, when they,
average American,
when they go to Smashburger, it's not $600 and it's not being DoorDash. I think sometimes people don't understand when they do these things how it plays. They don't understand how it looks. maybe, life is, you don't think about that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But every time a story like that comes out, people do notice. I mean, they may not say anything, but they do notice.
It did remind me, the $600 DoorDash of Smash Burger did remind me of several teenage girls in a Starbucks order. I mean,
It's just nuts.
I'm just telling you. Careful, dads.
Never miss a moment of the show thanks to the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I put the old Keurig on, hit 10 ounces strong because I gotta have the strong
That's
button.
true.
And because if you're drinking coffee, man, you need to
Go all the
drink
way.
coffee.
Go all the way.
Like, when you can see through the coffee, like if you were to put coffee in one of those glass
That's
mugs
just brown
and you
water.
could see through it, that's disgusting.
That's horrible.
I mean, if you could see through a clear coffee mug, through your coffee, you might be a bad person.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Well, it's a day. It is a day to get ready for the next day. And then that day is going to be, I don't know. We don't know what that day is going to be like. That's going to be Friday. And, I mean, there are forecasts that indicate that at some point on Friday, we're going to come to a screeching halt in our state. Maybe it'll be Saturday. Maybe it'll go into Sunday. Who knows what Monday is going to look like. We're going to find out about this with Dan Scoff coming up. But today is January 22nd. It is Caitlin Clark's birthday. Caitlin Clark is 24 years old, only 24 years old. The whole world ahead of her. Wow. I mean, only 24, Caitlin Clark. Guy Fieri, 58. There's your birthdays today.
Guy Fieri looks every day of 58.
I mean,
Caitlin Clark, 24.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have imagined.
I know. We're all just hoping that we'll be around to talk about other birthdays like sometime next week because the winter storm is coming. And Dan Scoff, KNWA, the weather guy's here to talk about it. He knows what's happening. We do not. And Dan, welcome into the Chuck and Bo Show this morning. How are you?
I appreciate it, guys. I'm doing well, but, I do want to preface and say, sometimes I don't know what's going on either, and neither do the computer models. So it's always a struggle to forecast winter weather, but this definitely looks like a big winter storm.
What are we in for, Dan?
Yeah, what's going to happen?
Get to it. There's nothing left at Walmart. There's nothing I don't think there's anything left on the shelves.
That's what I saw, and I was going yesterday morning, and boy, I got probably 200, 300 questions about what's going to happen. I said, well, when that winter storm warning goes out, it's going to be chaos. And guess what? The winter storm warning came out already this morning, and the winter storm watch came out on Tuesday, which was really surprising. So what are we in for? We're in for a whole ton of snow. I think around 8 to 12 inches, which honestly might be on the conservative edge. Some of the models are putting out extreme amounts. I mean, we're talking substantial snow amounts. And here's the thing, everybody can look at computer models, they can look at the snow accumulation, and then they can say this is exactly what's going to happen. But it's a lot more difficult than that. There's also a mix of sleet that's going to be within that, also some freezing rain. Some of the models are putting out tremendous amounts of ice in southern sections of the River Valley, LaFleur, Scott County, Logan County. Those areas really need to be watching it close. Some models are saying Fort Smith will see snow. I personally think it's going to be more sleet there. It is such a fine line, Chuck and Bo, between getting that sleet and freezing rain. In northwest Arkansas, it's mostly snow. So I think we won't get entirely all snow, but it'll start Friday night, and it's going to come in waves.
All right, it's going to start Friday night. So what are you predicting, or the models telling you that the length or endurance of this, how long is it going to continue?
All right, so I've been looking at this extensively. Obviously, it's my job, and looking at all the different computer models, and also using a little intuition and a little gut feeling. You know that. I personally think this starts after sundown on Friday. Now, Friday will not be a big deal. There will be a little bit of light snow that'll be falling by Friday night, and it starts to increase overnight Friday into Saturday morning. So we're starting to see snow, especially while you're sleeping overnight Friday. Then you'll wake up. Temperatures, by the way, are going to be dropping below freezing by Friday late morning. So we're already getting cold and continue to get cold. So temperatures not going to be an issue at all in terms of getting cold enough for snow. Then as we go throughout Saturday, I think we see a lull. I think we see a break in the heavy precipitation. So it's not going to be coming down the whole time heavily on Saturday because we get kind of a little wave that moves in. Then it picks up again Saturday afternoon, and this is when we'll see the most of our heavy snow and the most of our snow and sleet accumulation. And that's going to be Saturday afternoon, and that's going to continue into Sunday morning, probably around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. We'll see a little bit of flurries after that, additional accumulation possible, and then it moves out probably around, I would say, 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. So this is Friday night through Sunday afternoon. That's a pretty long duration event.
So if you just want to, pretend it's December 25th instead of January 25th, you can have a white Christmas cup. It'll be January 25th. You'll wake up on Sunday morning and you'll be like, this is beautiful. I'm glad I didn't take the tree down. Left it up all month for this. And here we are.
I still have my decorations in the backyard. I know, exactly. It's like, where was this? Personally, I kind of like the 70s around Christmas because it's such a hassle with winter weather. You get angry people on social media. Nobody's going to be happy about this. I could just draw a huge polygon over the area and it'd be chance of people being mean right over here, and this is our contour for that. But this is a big storm, and also we've got dangerous cold too. We're talking temperatures dropping below zero, possibly to record levels, minus 15, minus 20 by Monday morning. So that snow isn't leaving, and that's not wind chill. That's actual air temperature. So this, as the Weather Service said, extreme snow amounts for climatological norm, meaning this is a pretty substantial storm, and it will snow. There's no question or not if it will snow or not. It's just a matter of how much and will it be over a foot. And I think there's some places that will pick up easily over a foot.
So Dan, what is the concern for, danger, roadway, highways, that sort of thing? It sounds like the kind of weather with the temperature combined is what could cause the issues. So when are we looking at that becoming more precarious?
I'm really wondering about this Razorback game Saturday night, because that is going to be about the time that there's going to be several inches of snow on the ground and really, really cold temperatures. But, I know the university has a plan. I know the team flies in, right? LSU, they fly in tonight, don't they?
That's the word.
Try to get in or tomorrow.
That's the word. Yeah.
I know originally they were trying to get in Friday, and they were like, that's a bad idea, especially with the icing potential. You don't want to be flying with ice potential. But it's going to be tough for people to get there. I mean, obviously you want to pack the state, you want to pack the arena, you want to get there, but you also want to do it safely. But you got to remember, we don't have the infrastructure to handle this kind of snow. It shuts the city down when you get a few inches, and this is going to be a few tens of inches, honestly. It's a concern, especially because this will be driven on and it just becomes a sheet of ice underneath. So when you got dry snow, you drive over it, you compact it, and that compaction with minus 10, minus 20 degrees isn't going anywhere. And not only that, but what they do to treat the roads doesn't even work at some point when it gets cold like those temperatures.
Man.
Yeah. Sound like a bad weekend.
Wow. So when do you, if let's just say it's how it's predicted and how you've kind of laid it out here. When do we go back to work and school? I know those are two very different things, but just generally speaking, When are we operational again in the great city of Fayetteville, where the university is?
It might be middle of next week. I don't think, if it's snowing all day Sunday until like Sunday late morning, and it really does come to fruition, and we don't get the sleet and, maybe even rain, potentially what the models are showing. But I don't think you clear all that off, especially on the secondary roads, which is what the buses need to go to. And I'm really interested to see how this one plays out. Like I've been saying before, I really haven't seen, in a lot of times I've forecasted winter weather. I've been here two decades, essentially. It'll be 2 decades in June. You and I used to work together at the TV station.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen a storm where the models consistently show the amounts of snow that they're showing this far out and never change. They always do that pump fake that I talk about. Just like in basketball, player pump fakes to make the defender jump, and then they're helpless. That's exactly what the computer models do when they pump fake. They change their forecast, and then the meteorologist is like, well, should I jump and change the forecast or keep it the same way? They're not pump faking. In fact, they're doubling down.
Oh, man.
So
yeah.
it's interesting, man. It really is. I'm interested to see this one play out, and I hope everybody's safe.
All right, real quick, give us the 30, 40-second forecast as we look at it from a state perspective overall.
All right. This is a high-impact event with major impacts across most of the entire state of Arkansas. So we're talking ice accumulation up to a half inch, maybe more with localized higher amounts. This is in southern Arkansas. That's going to be basically south of I-40, extending all the way to, like we said, McGee, you name it, El Dorado, all those areas, South Arkansas really could be under the gun, could be without power for weeks. Then you've got sleet and a lot of sleet, too. Sleet is nasty to drive on. There could be a couple inches of sleet that fall in the river valley, piles up in the gutters and in your downspouts. So you've got that on top of some snow. So, to sum it up, basically 8 to 12 inches across the northern section of the state. You've got about 4 to 8 inches along and just barely north of I-40 with some sleet accumulation on that. And then farther south, you're getting more ice up to a half inch, possibly 3/4 of an inch, maybe localized spots over an inch. And then that's going to also come with some snowfall on the back end of it when the temperatures finally start cooling off. So if you look at some of those probabilistics, they're all showing major impacts, which means disruptions to daily life and dangerous weather. And then you have even extreme impacts that are showing up, which is pretty rare to see for a winter storm.
He's award-winning, Emmy award-winning Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff. You can follow him on Twitter, Weather Dan. Are you on Facebook as Weather Dan too?
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, it's Dan Scoff, meteorologist Dan Scoff on Facebook. And Weather Dan on Insta. But we appreciate you. You guys are legends too. Love listening to your calls every time, Chuck, on the games, and Bo, you do a great job.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the update.
Thank you, Dan.
We'll do it again tomorrow if you can.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. By the way, the winter storm warning is out. It's already come out.
I just saw it. Yeah, it's there.
There you go. Thank you, Dan.
Sure.
Emmy award-winning Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff.
There it is. Winter warning.
Yeah.
Winter weather warning.
It's very real. Get a flight by Yingling. Get ready for the storm.
That's right.
95 calories. Taste like a Yingling, but only 95 calories. The next generation of light beer, Flight by Yingling. It's 8:15. You're up to date. I don't know if anybody else is having fun, but this is a blast for me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mangarelli are the real deal, two of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes. And now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is proudly driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. We've been talking about them for a number of years. The truth is, they've been Northwest Arkansas's premier vehicle dealership for really as long as I can remember. There are lots of reasons for that. Starts with great brands: Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. And then they've got the largest pre-owned selection that you're going to find anywhere. Trusted names. And they're all right here at the Fayetteville Auto Park. But what really separates them is what happens after the sale. You want to know your vehicle can be serviced by people you trust, right where you bought it. And that's exactly what you get at Fayetteville Auto Park. An award-winning service department and an award-winning collision center, all under one roof. It really is your one-stop automobile headquarters. They've been in business for 25 years. That's a long time. Built on trust, relationships, top-tier service. That's how you stay around as long as they have. The Fayetteville Auto Park. Drive with confidence.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
You're going to be there, right?
Maybe.
Well, I'm saving you a seat.
I'm giving it the big maybe.
The hard maybe.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I mean, nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills, and nobody circles the weather like Dan Scott.
He really does.
I mean, thank you, Dan. Weather Dan.
I like a guy that loves his job.
Yes.
Passionate about what he does, knows it inside out, gets excited about things like European weather models. I mean, you got to be a weatherman to get excited about that.
Lucky to have him.
But there's things that, stupid things we do in here that we get excited about because this is what we do.
I mean, this is actually pretty serious.
I know.
The sleet and the
sleet
ice
stuff.
part and the south part of the state. Like when you start talking about just, being without power for days in places like McGee. I mean, that's some scary stuff. That is real that you got to get ready for.
If you were in Northwest Arkansas in 2009, and I know that's a long time ago, 17 years ago during that ice storm, every time they start talking about ice storm, I think about that. And that's, honest to God, that's the only time in my life a winter storm has ever frightened me. But every time you'd hear that pop and a tree limb would start to fall, is this the one that comes through the roof?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reality of an ice storm. And so, hey, snow's fun. I mean, snow's beautiful. It's fun. You get out there in your four-wheel drive, you slip and slide and have a big time. Ice is a whole different deal. That's a dangerous reality.
Well, and we talk about hog trough gutters here, and we talk about our friends at Teamwork Roofing and Construction. I mean, when you start getting this heavy amount of sleet and snow on top of it, and your gutters and all that, it's going to be a mess for some people.
Well, and it's gonna bring the fly-by-nighters out. They're gonna be all over. So it's stuff like that has repercussions. It really does.
Hoggutters.com is the website for hog trough gutters. They've been around for 30 years. All their works licensed and guaranteed.
They'll be ready
warranty.
for you.
I mean,
if you've got issues out of this, they'll be waiting.
Hoggutters.com. Log on the website. There's a number there. If this happens to you, just get ready for that. And of course, we've told you about Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Teamworkbuilt.com is their website. I got a text here. Bart is just upset that another NBA player is going back to college. And I got a text here from
an actual NBA player. An actual person who has signed an NBA contract.
Yeah, but I got a text here from an Alabama fan that says Bart is so angry this kid just wants to finish his education. Roll Tide.
Yeah, well, you can do that without playing basketball.
Well, I mean, can you get a scholarship?
I might as well play a little basketball while you're there.
That's the thing. Is he on scholarship? Does he get a scholarship too?
Scholarship,
or does he just get paid?
I can't imagine because there are scholarship limits. There's still scholarship limits. Like how many scholarship players you can have.
What
on
if
the
he
roster.
sues Alabama for a scholarship?
Does a walk-on get kicked off the team? Some walk-ons getting kicked off the team at Alabama now. That guy's just trying to be a part of something special.
Well,
he's getting kicked off the team.
He'll be a manager now. He'll be a manager.
I mean, this
He's
is
still
going
to get to travel.
It is wild. At the same,
so dumb. Man.
It is.
It's just truly moronic. Not just this particular situation, but what's happening in college basketball. None of these guys should be playing, right? Like any of these guys who went the pro route and played in the G League, those guys shouldn't be playing. But there's a loophole in the system that allows them to play. There's not a loophole in the system that allows Bediako to play. That's why they had to get a temporary restraining order because he's not allowed to play college basketball. By the rules, by the book. But they're trying to force their way in. Nate Oates, being the slimy character that he is trying to force this through because it's going to make their team better. It's going to help them win. So, I mean, look, Moses Moody's playing for the Warriors, but let's go ahead and bring him back for a little bit.
Well, that would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, why not Bobby Portis? Let's just go bring back Bobby Portis. I know he's an important player for the Bucks, but
Mason Jones, he's been on a two-way for a long time now.
I mean, what are we doing? This is the dumbest thing that has ever happened in college athletics, which is filled with dumb things happening all the time. I mean, like what? Just
I got another,
miss me with this.
Another text here. Alabama could hire Nicolas Maduro, and their fans would be okay with it.
Yeah. And also,
they want to win.
If he'd help
Venezuelan. What is he now? What is he now? The Venezuelan.
He's in prison.
He's prisoner number 46853 right now.
That's right.
Brett is in Searcy. Hey, Brett. Good morning.
Good morning, Chuck and Bo. How
Hey,
are you?
Brent. What's up?
Well, we're nice and cozy here in the studio for now.
Oh, I heard that. I'm nestled down for the long winter's lockdown.
The lockdown.
Yeah. Got everything set up.
Long winter's nap.
Yeah.
We'll see Brent in March.
Hey, I got a carton of smokes. What more could I want?
Well, see, that's the thing that I was thinking about with you. I mean, if we're snowed into like Sunday or Monday, I mean, you're gonna have to go to Tobacco Town today and get you some more smokes.
Hey, and I got the houses also. So I'm
Well, you're
good.
fine. You're fine. You can have a nicotine fit anytime you want this weekend.
Oh yeah. I just want to tell you, I want to give you some common sense talk after you had. I had to sit through Michael from Ozark. Good gosh.
Well, Brian, Michael.
Hey, Bo.
Yes.
He reminds me of Michael from Stuttgart.
Who does?
Brian from Ozark.
Brian from Ozark.
No. Michael from Stuttgart had a take, had an opinion, had something to say.
He was
and
a thinking
sometimes
man.
you didn't agree with it, and he wanted to tell you how much he knows. Brian from Ozark calls in and goes, "Oh, so how valuable is Arkansas? So, how's it going? Texas is going to be really good this year. And the only reason we weren't good before was because we hired some bad coaches."
Yeah.
It's not the
gist
same
of it.
thing.
It's pretty
When
much
one
the
guy
gist of
calls in with a high IQ, might not agree with him, high IQ, and he'll tell you how smart he is. The other guy calls in and, pretty much tells you how dumb he is.
Hey, Bo, you weren't on Monday when I called and talked about Eddie, but I wanted to thank you. I don't know if you remember. You set it up where I could give Eddie some football tickets one time.
Yes.
You and Bart got his phone number. He got to the Texas game.
Yeah, he went to the A&M game, too. That's right. He went to the A&M Southwest Classic game, and then I forgot about that, Brett. You're right.
So you think we're going to have a basketball game Saturday?
I think there's going to be a game. I think it's going to be challenging for people to get to it if the weather is consistent with the models that Dan Scoff was telling us about.
I hope they're able to move the tip-off time. I'm just speaking for me.
It sounds like if they
You're
could
just
move
speaking
it.
for me.
I don't have any idea. We could make a call on this to see what the possibility is. Maybe we'll do that in a second. But it sounds like if the models hold up, that it would be way better to play the game in the middle of the day on Saturday, and it's going to be way more difficult for fans to get there on Saturday night.
Get home.
Well, I'm sending my tickets to my niece and her boyfriend. They're students at the university. They said we can walk.
No, that's good. That's good. I think we all should be sending our tickets to students if we can't go to that game.
We can walk. But I just want to tell y'all, I'm glad I could make y'all laugh yesterday.
Well, you were great yesterday. If you could just replicate that call, just bring it like that every day, Brett, you'll have a home here on the Chuck and Bo Show.
And it wasn't talking bad about people. I was just rolling.
Well, that's what you do, Brett. When you feel it, you just get rolling.
Who won last night between Texas and
Kentucky? They won by 5. They outscored them by 5 in the second half to win the game. It was tied at 40 at halftime, and they ended up winning by 5.
Did A&M win again?
Yes, they're 5-1.
Oh, Lord have mercy. We're just going to have to go. Do we play them at home or away, Chuck?
Home. We only play them once. Play them at home. Midweek.
Oh, we're just going to lay the smack down on them. Bam. Let's get Buckyball back to where was he the coach? At Samford?
Yeah, he's at Samford. He's an Alabama guy.
We're going to send him back to Samford, but he's doing a great job.
What do you think of this 32-year-old or whatever he is coming back to play college basketball at Alabama in the middle of the season, Brett?
From the NBA.
Who is it?
Charles Bediako. Charles Bediako. He's a big guy, about 7 feet.
Relative of Bob Diaco.
I've heard of him before. Where was he playing?
He was at Alabama. He was at Alabama and then got drafted. Spurs drafted him, signed a 2-way deal. He's been in the G League, and now he's going back to Alabama.
Last played at Alabama in 2023.
Is that right?
Yes.
Has it been that
Yes.
long? Oh, my God.
Yes, he played in 2023. Think about this.
It's not last year.
Last time this guy was out here, it was 2023.
That's unbelievable.
And he's 32?
No. No, I made that up. But it feels like it.
He got held back a couple.
As Cal would say, he's got a beard. We don't know if he has an ex-wife.
He's got a beard, ex-wife, and child support.
Oh, my gosh. It's insane.
Paying alimony.
It's insane. Oh, Brett's phone went dead. He's right in the middle of another great call.
That's funny.
Where are we going next here? We got to take a break. Okay, we'll do that, and then we'll take some more calls. 877-377-6963. You know who will be busy this weekend is the Oaklawn app.
Yeah.
The Oaklawn Sports, where you can place your wagers on games happening. NFL playoffs. We got NFL playoffs this weekend.
Championship games. League championship games Sunday.
Get in on that action. We're going to be at Oaklawn at the end of the month to get ready for the classic racing season.
Thursday.
Is that next week? The
A
end of
week
next
from
week?
tonight.
Holy cow.
Well, a week from tomorrow,
Golly.
we'll be on the air.
Yeah, we'll go down there the night before.
Exactly.
We'll have DeLucas. And hopefully the roads are cleared up by then.
I mean, it's...
I'm really looking forward to it. Another trip to Oaklawn. Are you kidding me? Hot Springs. The classic racing season starts Friday, January 30th, goes through Saturday, May 2nd. Log on to oaklawn.com to get all the details. And, of course, don't forget to download the Oaklawn Sports app for the NFL playoff action. You got basketball games going on, obviously. New customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Bet with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. Chuck has a little bit of a bad habit of getting on Facebook and buying things.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Bo, and it seems like every day somebody else is asking me about the Sweat No Edge. It's real. It's a new me. It can be a new you. It's completely changed my energy level and my exercise gains. My mind's clearer. I sleep better. Life's just more enjoyable. If you get drained in the afternoon, or maybe you just can't shake that weight, do what I did. Take the Sweat No Edge. It's a free consultation. You get your results, and they'll give you a game plan. Just search the Sweat No Edge or log on to sweatnomcosmetic.com.
Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Every day I wake up despising Georgia basketball more and more.
That's a lot of despising, Brent, every day. Every day to despise something. That adds up.
I mean, Mike White's had more good jobs than the law should allow and had never won anything.
Well, he's winning right now.
Well, Bo, it's January, Bo.
I'm just
What's he done?
Well, I mean, what did Mike White do to you? What's wrong with Mike White?
What did he do to me? His whole family's got a silver slipper on their foot. Brother, athletic director at Florida International.
Scored on third base.
There we go. Hey, that guy was here. The one that's the FIU AD. He worked in our marketing department years
and he
ago.
tried to sell advertising, and I don't know how good he was.
Brent's got a long memory. FIU, I think.
Well, no, it's FAU. Brian White's the AD at FAU.
FAU. Okay,
Danny is the AD at Tennessee.
Okay.
Brett can tell you. He knows where all these guys are.
His dad was the AD at Tulane. What have they ever done?
Who?
And his dad was the AD at Duke. Danny White. I believe his name is. Well, I don't know what his name is.
Whites ever done?
Danny's his brother. He's the AD at Tennessee.
Oh man! According to
oh God, that just makes me ill. Mike White can't afford enough hair gel to get his hair standing up. He just put that little piece in the front.
I've never heard people get on Mike White before. He's a nice guy.
This is unbelievable. Like, where does this
His
come
teams
from?
don't win championships, so everyone likes him.
The whole family.
He's a polite guy, and you're just trashing him.
He's the whole family. It's the whole family, Chuck. Not just Mike White. He didn't like the
Silver
Whites.
Spooners.
Yeah.
They've never had to work for anything in their life in athletics.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You know, Oaklawn in Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, I just want to say we need to appreciate Boy a little more because Boy know what the hell he's talking about. Boy, too bad, boy.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Matthew, good morning from Greenwood. Thanks for holding. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show. What's on your mind?
Man, I am ready for some Diamond Hog baseball. I don't know about you guys, but February 13th can't come any sooner for me.
Yeah?
I'm really excited to see how Helfrich does this year calling from behind the mound from behind home plate and see what he can do for DVH and maybe get us a championship this year. All elusive pennant.
They got a couple of starting pitchers on the watch list. Helfrich back at catcher. We got
Gakel's back as well.
Cam Koziel back. We got the kid that got hurt last year. He'll be back.
Little Aloy's coming back.
Yeah. Who am I?
Susan. Do you know if there's any confirmation of that pitcher from Northside and Fort Smith actually signing up with the Hogs, or what's going on with him?
I haven't. I have not dug in on baseball. It's a little early for me. I can tell you the biggest highlights, but I mean I'm 6 feet in snow right now. I'm actually right now on aisle 4 at Walmart, making my way through the entire store.
Oh man, it's never too early for baseball. Every other sport's just a filler.
Well, I love that you love baseball, and we're looking forward to it when it gets here. But we got a basketball team that people think have a chance to win the league, and that's pretty exciting too. I like to I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like to live in seasons.
I do too.
That's just me. I mean, I honestly got tired of living in South Florida. I don't know that I could say that now, if I'd still get tired of it. But a lot of people that grow up in South Florida, where I grew up, they go to Colorado on vacation. They go to places where they can go skiing. They want to see things that, and it's the same way that they don't often see. And it's the same thing for me when it comes to sports. Like, I want to work my way through the seasons.
Yeah. I'm not thinking about college basketball in October, for example. Yeah. I'm not thinking about college baseball in January. I barely think about it in February. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's one of the things, honestly, that college sports could do a better job of, is allowing the seasons to bleed over into one another. Men's college basketball, women's college basketball seasons are too long. There's some things they could do there, but now I got to be honest. I'm a season by season guy.
That guy right there, though,
he's ready.
He's ready for baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, he's hardcore.
And look, there's lots of
That's
people
good.
like that. I
There's
get
some
it.
hardcore
I
baseball
understand
fans.
that.
We've got a great fan base when it comes to baseball, and they're ready for it anytime. Paul, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Good morning. How's it going?
Doing great, Paul.
Hey, I want to talk about Saturday's game a little bit. I'm a season ticket holder and drive a big old four-wheel drive truck, as all good country boys do, and generally optimistic that I can make it to the games. That attitude got me to a game a couple years ago, but didn't get me home. I got to spend the night in my truck on the side of the road. So
oh, gosh, Dad.
2 years, I'm 2 years older and a little wiser, so I'm gonna transfer my ticket to the Hog Tickets back to the foundation to give away to someone who can take my seats. And I'm gonna challenge all other ticket holders who don't think they can make it to get their tickets back to the foundation, and let's pack the Palace and the University of Arkansas. Let's have a party at the Bud. Get students in there. We got Fayetteville High School students that could be in there, and let's get it going. Because, Chuck, I know you and Z are good, but you can't do the commentary and the play-by-play and be the whole cheering section by yourself. We've seen what this team –
I don't know. Zeke can do it all, man. Zeke can cheer, heckle. He can do all that stuff on the air.
Yeah, and in an empty building, you'll hear all of it.
Oh, yeah, you'll hear all of it. They're leaving.
What is the link that you go to or the website to turn your tickets in if you can't go?
It's hogtix.com. So when season ticket holders can transfer their tickets, and there's a spot where you can transfer to the Hog Tix. And it'll go back to the foundation.
Hog,
TIX, yes,
HOGTIX.com.
Yep.
That's something Cal's big on. Like, because, students, like somebody mentioned, Brent mentions this earlier. Thanks for the call, Paul, that you can, he gave his tickets to, family member that's in school. They can walk to the game. I mean, they can go to the game. And, there's a bunch of people that can go that don't have tickets. And it's so hard sometimes to give your tickets away only because you're trying to find people to take them, right? Like, do I give them to this person? I try that. By the fifth person that can't go, you're just like, man, I don't have time to do all this. But you can just go to hogtix.com, turn your tickets back in, and they'll disperse them to people that are looking for them.
And that's a good thing to keep in mind throughout the season. Look, if there's a foot of snow on the ground Saturday night, there's not going to be many people at that game. I mean, I don't care if you put all your tickets on Hog Tix or not. There's not going to be that many people at that game. But there are games where people would be very anxious to take your tickets. And hopefully people will continue to do that.
I'll walk to the game.
From your house? You can walk from your house?
Maybe.
I think there will be people there, but what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying. If there's a foot of snow
I'll crawl
on
to
the
the
ground,
game. I'll crawl to the game.
If
Chuck.
there's a foot of snow on the ground, that's going to take precedence over everything.
I just think they could. There's a bunch of students that would go.
Right.
I'm not saying they're going to fill the arena.
No, but
another 1,000 students in there.
If you know you can't go to the game, find a student. If you know a student at the university, get connected. Get your tickets to the students, man, because they will go to the game.
Cecil and Fort Smith. Good morning, Cecil.
Good morning, fellas. Good morning.
Hi, Cecil.
Hey, Chuck, how you doing, brother?
Never better.
Yeah, that's great, man. Well, I definitely have tickets for Saturday game, me and my buddy Big Doug. But what I want to know is, before I say that, we played a really great game, hell of a game. We played like champions the other night. Execution, the passes was NBA super fast passes, getting it around the horn. They played a great basketball game. He changed the lineup, and it worked. I think it was something like when we went on that 23 run, but we can't. And then, things didn't go right after the change. But Carter Knox and them, when they're in, hey, they played a hell of a game. We got great players. Ain't no need of complaining. We just need to sit back and just take the ride, because I think we're going to go a long, long way. And Chuck and Bo, the game Saturday. Now, this is what I want to know. What if it's canceled?
Well,
not gonna
I don't think that's going to happen. Here's what I think's going to happen. I think LSU's going to find a way to get in here
they're
early.
supposed to come in early. They've already got that plan from what I understand.
They're going to find a way to play that game. I think the question's going to be, and I know everybody always this happens in baseball season. They tell you on Tuesday it's going to rain Friday. People start calling. They're going to play the game on Friday? Well, I don't know. We're not to Friday yet.
And that's obviously way different.
Yeah.
Because they can cancel those games.
Right. But in this instance, it still may be a little bit early right now to say we're going to change that game time. And I don't know if they'd be allowed to. But I think there's probably been some thought there.
Right. I mean, I love going to the games. Don't get me wrong. So, and we definitely have tickets for that game. We got them over the summer or something. Yeah, over the summer. So, okay, fellas, y'all have a blessed day. I'm going to get my day started, and we'll get with y'all later.
All right,
See you
my
Saturday.
man. Yep, if you're stocking up for your winter shutdown at home and you want to just be watching games and you're thinking about making a winter cocktail or something, Macadoodles has you all set up in Pineville, north of the state line, just north of Bella Vista. Every Wednesday's Wine Down Wednesday, 15% off every bottle of wine in the store. You'll also find them at Guess Who in Bentonville and at Macadoodles in West Siloam Springs. They have great customer service, incredible selection, competitive pricing across the board. It's the experience that you're looking for when it comes to customer service. That's what you get at Macadoodles. What to watch? Brought to you by Macadoodles. What do we have real quick, Bart?
Basketball games, obviously, this weekend, LSU and Arkansas, currently set for 7:30 on the SEC Network. Georgia plays Texas this weekend. Ole Miss and Kentucky play. Tennessee and Alabama. Charles Bediako apparently going to play for Alabama. That's something to watch in that game. Auburn, Florida as well. And then we've got the conference championship games in the NFL. The Patriots at the Broncos. Patriots a 5-point favorite. The Rams are at the Seahawks, where Seattle is a 2.5-point favorite.
8:47. It's Thursday. Good morning.
Well, I've got a lot more rhythm than people realize.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, GUTTERS.com. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party, or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
High High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, now more than ever, it's important to partner with a well-trained real estate professional, someone who understands all the ins and outs of the game and makes sense of all the things we read about in the real estate market every day. That's why I've partnered with Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, from the very beginning. And that's why I recommend them to you. I remember the first time I bought a home. I didn't have any idea what was going on. They did, fortunately, and they guided me through the process. They listened, and perhaps that's the most important thing. You want someone on your side of the table who understands your needs and who listens. Now, they've got offices in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Fayetteville and Bentonville. They're in the River Valley as well, in Fort Smith. You hear us talking about their office in Branson. You're going to see their yellow signs all over town, and you can log on to WeichertGriffin.com. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
When it comes to any kind of construction, you need to know and be able to depend on who you're dealing with. When it comes to your roof or a remodel, Teamwork Roofing and Construction builds everything using only the best materials, including Malarkey shingles that perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Your roof is more than just shingles. It protects your home, your business, and everything inside. Residential or commercial, simple or complex, Teamwork Roofing and Construction has the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget, treating every job like it's their own. They do what they say, show up when they say they will, and when the job's done, it's like they were never there, except for a brand new roof or a remodel. And they now do cabinetry. Get the customer care and reliability you can count on. Visit teamworkbuilt.com. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Part, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show.
I was on vacation last week, so I didn't go anywhere or do anything. That's the best vacation I've had in a long time.
Man.
Yeah, I don't want to even leave the house. I ain't got to.
That sounds like a dream come true for Chuck.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Save big, Chevy of Fayetteville right now. It is a time to go in there and kick off 2026 in style as we get towards the end of the month. Great deals. Silverados, Tahoes. The Silverados will get you around right now. in the
They
snow.
will.
You get one today, you'll be driving all weekend. while
Yeah,
everyone
playing
else is
tomorrow.
Stuck at home.
Saturday.
Exactly right.
Sunday morning, gonna go for a little drive. Enjoy it.
Go see Chris, Mark, Denver, the gang at Chevy of Fayetteville inside the Fayetteville Auto Parks. I want to have some fun this weekend. In the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room, Bart is fired up.
Well, I am, yes.
Tell me about the Varsity
people love
Vibe.
you.
Tell me about the Varsity
Fired
Vibe
up about a
giveaway
couple of
real
things.
quick.
First of all, we're doing a giveaway of Varsity Vibe. One of our subscribers to the Varsity Vibe Bulletin, free newsletter covering all things high school sports in Arkansas. One of the subscribers is going home with a $200 gift card to Academy Sports and Outdoors. That drawing will happen at the end of the month. All you have to do to enter is be subscribed to the newsletter. It's free. You go to varsityvibearkansas.com to sign up. We'll also post links on social media at varsityvibear, but varsityvibearkansas.com to sign up.
All right. You have words for the Alabama fans.
Yeah, well,
More words.
I'm just getting inundated.
This guy signed
with
3 NBA
tweets-
contracts.
With tweets from
owns 3
angry
homes.
Alabama fans. This is from at all things Bama.
Cool.
Shocking.
Yeah, cool.
Actually, he is eligible and will suit up Saturday. Y'all like 24-year-olds playing college football. Why the outrage now? Well, first of all, I don't like 24-year-olds playing college football. Like, they shouldn't be. Get a job. Your college career's done. Get a job. Get a job. There are guys playing 7 years of college football now. Get out of here. But here's the other thing.
It's a job.
At all things Bama, Actually, he is not eligible by NCAA rules. You moron! Read the rule book.
Oh, I got him.
No.
We're into the name calling now. Name
He
calling.
is not eligible to play. That's why they had to get a temporary restraining order, because he was not eligible. No.
I can't play.
Like, this is not.
But he got a
hard to
TRO.
comprehend.
He got a court TRO that says
We'll
he can
see
play.
what happens. It's all busted. Nate Oates is complicit.
I don't
Get outta
know.
here.
I know. Have
Get
a
outta
great
here.
Thursday. Get ready. Stock up. Stock up.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Imagine every sip and bite feels like you're celebrating the finer things in life. Chef Shiloh and the bartenders at Tusker's Tavern in Fayetteville have just dropped new menu items celebrating a cocktail culture and culinary craftsmanship. Daily happy hour, 5 to 6:30, 20% off wine by the glass and $5 local draft beer. And for fun, they've created Unhappy Hour, Monday through Wednesday from 9 to 11 p.m. with the same specials. It's Tusker's Tavern at the corner of Mission and Crossover in Fayetteville.
The nation's best home court advantage lives inside Bud Walton Arena. The Razorbacks are back inside the basketball palace of Mid-America, and Coach Calipari and the Hogs need you there and need you loud all season long. A limited number of single-game tickets are available right now. Just head over to ArkansasRazorbacks.com and purchase yours today.
You know, see, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like walk-ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites, like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you